disappointment. Now the vice president often tell me, since he got a seat as vice president, how many persons have I recommended in this government to serve in the government as presidential appointee? Zero. Every appointment in Nima County was done by him. He and I would discuss something as a brother. To implement it, you will bypass me and do different things. I don't talk on it.
Now you need to see us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us. So why can't you lie? Why can't you steal? Why can't you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government makes you lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask.
The good person in our whole United Party, that President Baka. You want to say that again? The only person that appreciate good among all the United Party for that President Baka. The rest are grateful. The right, they use you and dumb you. But President Baka, if all of them were thinking the President Baka and behaving the President Baka, United Party will have another chance in 2029. Just for now, they do not regard people that help them. I'm not.
Of our soldiers were executed on this party ground. 2 at the back and 1 right at the headquarters. The man who shot and killed our people today is a darling boy in the Liberia National Police. They brought him back to shoot more guns. Get ready to shoot. Because we challenge the status quo appropriately.
Inform them the violence or still any student because of their action. It will be the day the entire Brothers administration will call down. We will massively violate the students in this country and we'll shut down the Brothers administration. They care that happy. We have the capability to do so. And if they think this renovation project is a joke, let them try it. The fall of the Brothers administration begin with this. If they think they will tumble on any student in this country or at the university like going and work away with impunity, while our children saving opponents and logic in the Western world, while we are subjected to agile power and bad learning conditions here, and the thing will say. In
the first 100 days, no car will get stuck on a major road in this country. And I mean it.
You say it out loud?
It's going down. First blow. There you have it.
That led to decades of war still run deep. But so too does the longing for reconciliation. A reconciliation defined not by political bargaining or by an artificial balance of power by tribe, region, religion, or ethnicity, but by the equality of opportunity and a better future for all Liberians.
Boga can lie, the government, all the ministers in the government, they can lie. They don't put all hustle, they put hustle, they lie. Everything they say, they never say the truth.
Today, the supporters of His Excellency Joseph Boakai presents him as a poor man from Lofa, and I said that he will understand the plight of the poor people. Fellow Liberians, do not be fooled. Vice President Boakai is not poor like you, not even as me. As Vice President, his office received more money from the government budget than any other Vice President has received in Liberia's history. He has enjoyed some of the best and most lucrative government jobs.
There's this, what I call sort of vicious lie about the fact that Mr. Kobe is gay or bring gay lifestyle to Liberia. It's complete bullshit. When people can accuse you of stealing people's money, when they can accuse you of being involved in war, anything, people don't make up stuff. They don't make up shit. Excuse my language, right? So it's complete nonsense. I'm married, 8 Teresa, 2 children, 5 grandchildren. I believe in traditional family values, so it's complete bullshit, complete nonsense.
The young man, vice president, young man that are vice president, the major stole 500,000. I mean, Jamaica, the major went to, I forget that Jamaica, the majors went to Ghana, the fit, and they may bring it all company in the country. I mean, Kun, they can reach yourself. Kun, man, you know, Kun, but I want to sophisticated, quiet, hardcore rule in Labro. When Labro,
when 2029 come and pass, then you finally leave. Mission is completed. Now, what the rules of engagement? When the war ended, the guy said, the captain, the commander said, mission complete. There wounded out first. All men on board.
Everywhere there is no school, I'll put school. And everywhere there is school and school in bad condition, I'll renovate it. I told them, towns and villages, everywhere you will have lights in a town for children to play and people to see. I told them every town will have safe drinking water.
If Charles Taylor is the problem, he will be out of here in the twinkle of an eye. And I say, let well-meaning Liberians come home. If we respect this constitution, a government formed in Accra is a violation of Article 1 of the Constitution. Let them come home. Let that government be formed in Monrovia.
The government that capital Rosemont, B road, all kinds of the place. I think the reason Joseph Boakai will not do much because the old man, the papa is suffering. The papa loves the country, but he can't make it. The criminal there around him, they sophisticated than him. They are sophisticated criminals, so they can't make it.
Your league Costa, God know how to pay people. It's just simple. Costa that accused everybody but himself. Everybody, Joe, we join, we kill Joe, he killed Joseph Boakai. Boakai still living. Joe, when I go, no, you leave my brother. He made me senator. He almost made Joseph Boakai president until he screwed up. We gave God the glory. Yeah. Well, Boakai, when he screwed, he said, oh, we don't want to make sure we fought for him to be reconciled with the president. And then the people who fought for him. Look, Yoli Costa, you come. And Costa was in a podcast, he said, they don't been calling me. Okay. The time you were calling me for me to kind of Boakai, did I put it on radio? That immaturity to do what you're talking about.
And I guarantee you, when we finish, there will not be a winner or the loser. Today we all wear the jersey of Liberia, and the victory belongs to the people, to the peace, and to our democracy. As we begin to build upon the foundation of this new Liberia, I, George Seleke Kromah, the new president, will first give thanks and praises to the Almighty God for the blessing He has bestowed upon our country. And I say, my people, thank you,
We elect on 85 irresponsible men what happened to our country. We elect on 85 irresponsible men to govern this country, not to be very irresponsible.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jerome Gayman, your brother and son and father and grandfather and nephew from Grand Bassa County. I'm your host for this platform called The Closing Argument. Is 5:10 p.m. here on the East Coast, South Florida best. The weather outside is 83 degrees, cool and breezy. I'm 5 blocks away from the Atlantic Ocean and the St. Lucie Inlet. Beautiful scenery. If you go outside, you will love what life has to offer. This is Florida at its best. Welcome to the show. Share the show. Let your friends know that I am on, that we are on, that the closing argument is here. This is the middle of the week, so relax. If you are in Liberia and outside of the United States, most likely you have gone over the hump. You are waiting on Thursday. One more working day and you will be into your weekend. So welcome, relax. Let us know what's happening in your neck of the woods. Let me know where you are calling or tuning in from, and I will send a shout out. If today is your birthday, your anniversary, or special day in your life, let us know, and we will send a shout out to you and your community. Let us know what's happening. There's news all over the place in Liberia that other folks need to know. And we are here to bring you up to speed as to what is happening. This is why they call us the closing argument. Today, if you are in Liberia, you have gone through the rigor of the day. Relax, put your feet up, get your popcorn, and come out here and close the argument. You can send in your comment. You can complain about me. You can complain about your boss. This is what we call democracy. Nobody here is going to sanction you. Nobody is going to tell you that you shouldn't call or shouldn't express your mind as long as you do it legally. By that I mean no vulgarity, no personal insults. But you can tell me anything you want. You can describe me any way you want. That's fine. That's your opinion. You can say I'm the best looking man on television and I will agree with you. If you say I'm the worst looking man on television, I will, but I will still agree with you because it's your opinion and you are entitled to it. But you are not entitled to your own facts. So today is Wednesday on the East Coast of Florida, of the United States, Florida in particular, and that is the fact. It is 5:13 p.m. here. That is the fact. I am not, will you be entitled to your own facts? If you are in Liberia, it is 5:13. That is the fact. Nobody can change that. Anybody else who wants to convince me that it is 2 o'clock in Liberia, you are delusional. I wouldn't agree with you because I would be as crazy as you are to agree that it is now 9, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning in Liberia. That's not how it works. So welcome to the show. Share the show. I know a gentleman that follows me will say, Mr. G, before I sign on to the show, I usually go to your page to make sure you share before you ask us to share. So let me double check here and make sure that I have shared the show myself on my home page. The closing argument should be on my homepage. And that's what he wants, and that's what he's going to get. So let me do it now as we speak. So this young man cannot come out here and embarrass me as he did the last time. He came in and he said, Mr. Gayman, you have not, excuse me. He said, you have not shared the show. So here I am sharing the show. You hearing it? You hear it? You're not hearing double. That's how it is. So guys, share the show on your pages, in your groups, say in your comments, and let's get rocking and rolling. There's a lot going on in the Republic of Liberia. There's a lot of news. We are going to talk until 7 o'clock. Then we're going to open the line if you want to opine. If you have a comment, you can call in. You can do it fictitiously. You can call in with a fake name if you don't want your boss to know who you are. You can call as Donald Trump. You can call as George Myean. You can even call as Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Or you can call as Mark Jabate. The only difference is that these voices that we are talking about, they are so distinctive and unique. Somebody may say that is not how Mike Jabate talks. So be careful. Yes, you can be as anonymous as you can be. come and be a whistleblower. Tell her what is going on. Anna Taylor, yes, tell her what's going on. From Michigan, for the great state, the lakes of Michigan. Thank you for tuning in. Anna Taylor. Rachel Donner said, I'm watching from the RIA Highway. Abraham Bundo, hello. Taylor, yep, again. Jimmy Eastman. You see, that man there, the diplomat is watching for the nation's capital for DMV. There's something to call DMV, the Delaware, Maryland, Virginia area, where he's usually calling. And Tanu Jala, social political criminals on this platform. Oh, yeah? They are all running to government to steal money. Okay, Labro did it. Okay, so Tanu is saying most of our folks that appear on this show in our advertisement, they are all criminals. So political criminals on your platform. That's what Jala is saying. Tanu Jala. So if you appear on this show, Tanu say you are a political criminal. But guess what? Tanu is on our show today. He's trending. So Tanu, you are a political criminal yourself. Emmanuel Bro, good afternoon. Closing argument, panelists, and my fellow viewer. As always, I'm watching from the comfort of Minneapolis, Minnesota, USA. On this Wednesday afternoon, June the 10th, 2026, Alex D. Esquire. I am following live from Zwedru City, Grand Jeddah. The great people of Grand Jeddah County, Zwedru. You are in the house. Salute. Great folks. That's what I like about you. You tune in. You are up to speed. You are up to date. You are well informed. You are ready to argue. You are ready to debate the issue. And that's what this is all about. An educated platform is a great platform. So when we have educated folk tuning in, expressing themselves intellectually, intelligently, without being vulgar, it tells you that the person has a bandwidth this big to withstand criticism. If your skin is thin, this is not where you need to be. We have a lot to talk about today, a lot. And there is a controversial issue going on . That is the politics at the Jackson Memorial Hospital. Jackson, that is the opinion of James A. James. There is no sacred cow on this platform. If it's in the public, we read it, we pass it on. So there is this political, well, not political, it's an administrative thing going on. Somebody wants to be reassigned, or somebody doesn't want to be reassigned. But the CEO has the final say when it comes to making up his team. If the citizen feels that he has done a great job, put it in a petition. Appeal to the board of directors. That's how it works. Confusion, concern at the Jackson Hebdo Memorial Hospital. That is an administrative issue that needs to be dealt with. Fabian, is it? Yeah, Fabian. I'm watching for compound number 3, Grand Bassa. Yes. District compound number 3. My original place of birth, district of birth, before it became split up into A, B, and C. Alfred Topa, I'm watching from Nimba County. Nimba is in the house. Tony in from Great Northwest, Seattle, Washington. Home of Microsoft. I'm watching from Sasstown, Grand Crew County. Wow. Everybody is tuning in, guys. Let's share this show. Share this show. Send in your comment. But look, at today, Wednesday, you are fired up and ready to go. You are fired up and ready to go. Rachel Donner, I'm watching from the RIA Highway. I know Taylor High, Mr. Gayman, I'm watching from Michigan. I know that. Shine and Shine. I like that. Watching from Barnersville, Quebec. Reporting live from the Sunshine State, the voice behind the headline, Mr. Gayman. Flex Electronic 4769. Yes, guys, we have a lot to talk about. We got a couple of hours. We got about an hour, 45 minutes to discuss the headline. Then we're going to open the line. Hopefully, if you are in Liberia and it's not too late and you got data on your phone, you can call and let us know what's happening in your neck of the woods. There's some great things happening. There's a group of guys that call SDC, Waste Management Company in Liberia, a brand new group of guys that got together and said, you know what, we are going to see possibility where no one sees any. You know, we've been talking about garbage all over Liberia, Liberia being the most dirty country, the dirtier capital of the world. Everybody that goes to Liberia talks about the dirt, the filth. 3 group of young men decided to go and start their own private waste management company. They didn't just sit there and wanted to criticize and criticize and criticize. What they decided to do is what you Liberian people call talk and do. They criticize, but they decided, you know what? With all this garbage around town, we could be getting rich. So they decided to talk trash. SDC Waste Management Company, they are talking trash. Not the trash that you talk, they are talking trash. They are picking up garbage and making money. They decided to pool their resources, buy their own trucks, go from house to house, pick up the garbage for a fee, and then they take it to the waste management site or to the dumper, you guys call it. That's what I'm talking about. We are talking trash. And as we always said here, if you are using somebody's work, academically, you are mandated to quote and give credit where it belongs. That video that I watched was sent to me by Telvy Cole. And Telvy Cole gave credit to the guy by the name of Kotu Country Diary. He profiled that and Telvy forwarded to me. The group is into solid waste management. That's what we are talking about. George Tope, I'm watching you from Southern Grand Crew County. Yes. Yolu. I'm Emmanuel T. Yolu, watching from the Chicken Soup Factory Golf Community. Thank you very much. Anna Taylor, Riverside District number 5, his hometown. Riverside District 5. Wow. Riverside. That's great people from Riverside. Tuning in. Mike Jabate filed a complaint in the court of public opinion. Mike Jabate said, all of a sudden, I hear that they put somebody in my place as assistant minister for urban affairs. Nobody informed me. Nobody told me that I have been replaced, I will be replaced. He's walking in the community, he's walking and people are just making fun of him. Some guy shows up at your office and he tells you that now your office belongs to him or to her. And you think it's a joke, you think it's a prank. That's what happened to Mike Jabate. So somebody from the Mike Jabate camp texted me, said, is this a coincidence? I know in time like these, everybody wants to play either the tribal card, the race card, and this guy, I want to believe he's trying to play the tribal card. He said, how could the Joseph Walker government be so disrespectful to Mike Jabate? Is it because he's a Mandingo? They did this to Mike. They sidestepped Kamara and several other folks. And yesterday, Ambassador Sheikh Kuyate, he have declared war on Mandingos. I am not looking at it in that through those lenses. But what I know, as a CEO here myself, if I'm firing someone, I call them in my office, tell them that the company no longer needs their services. Or I will tell my HR person to convey the message, write a letter of termination to the person, Let them turn in the keys and everything in their possession today before they leave. Instruct them that they will be paid for every hour worked. All benefits will be transferred. Mike Jabata said he shows up. He had no more job. Instead, they gave him a job with a different nomenclature and said, you are now peace ambassador, whatever that job is. That has no statutory value. It has no office. It has no address. Flomo Prince, pipeline community is in the house. Everybody is tuning in today. That's right. That is Mike Jabatet. He said, all of a sudden, I hear that they put somebody in my place as Assistant Minister for Urban Affairs. Nobody informed me. Nobody told me. Nobody told me anything. Share the show. I've been enjoying the comment section. Wow, never seen that many comment in few minutes. Now let's come to the United States. Tomorrow begins the World Cup. Several countries and individuals have been going through some serious security screening. Our brothers from Senegal were greeted at the airport. Sensi Beslo Perry Jr., I'm watching from the ATL. Thank you for tuning in. The Senegalese team was met at the airport on the tarmac. When the plane landed, they said security met them. They were patted down. Telephones were confiscated. Metal detector, phone was scanned. Everything was done. Bags were checked. Everything to the T. Before they could even get into the terminal. Some guys and girls who hate the United States of America and they want to make everything on the basis of racism began to hit the airwave, took a video, put it on that our brothers and sisters with the dark skin are coming from Africa and they've been disgracefully searched and embarrassed. And this went on for days. Today, the government and the Sports Authority of Senegal sent the United States a letter thanking the United States that what they did, they follow all protocol to protect the land that we are on called the United States, but also for the goodness of the team. Just imagine if somebody has infiltrated this team during the entry into the airport and something went wrong. The entire Republic of Senegal would have been involved. Yes, it took them a while, but after they did their security clearance, their telephone and everything was scanned and everything went as planned, they were allowed to get on their merry way. That is security at its best. The renowned referee from Sudan was denied entry into the United States. Whether it was Sudan or Somalia, wherever he came from, most likely Somalia, but they tracked him. His flight left Somalia, made some stop, and wound up in Turkey. And from Turkey, they found their way into the United States. All of these countries are not friendly countries to this United States of America. We know that. That is not an opinion, that is a fact. Turkey is not a friendly nation to the United States. Neither is Somalia. And I'm glad that when he came to my airport, the Miami International Airport, the folks said, listen, we just do not like the way you travel. To be on the safe side, we will not allow you in our country. Put him back on the plane, send him back to Turkey. Everybody that is attempting to enter these United States, the United States owes it to her member state, to her members, to her citizens, to make sure that the number one priority of the government is to protect its citizens. Especially in the time when the whole world is converging on the three countries. In law and in politics, there's something called precedent. Do we have any precedent? Do we have any reason to put in a draconian security measure? Yes, and I will bring you back. Let's go back to 1972, excuse me. There was something called the Black September. Black September was the time where 8 Palestinian terrorists broke into the Olympic Village, killing 2 Israeli athletes and taking 8 hostages. When the commando went to raid them, to rescue them, I think they all died. And people are still saying, how in the world will you know that the whole world is converging on Munich and security was that lax? Imagine few guys breaking into the Olympic Hotel or villas where athletes were staying. They bypass security. But the world came together and say, despite what these guys have done, the terrorists have done to disrupt the Olympic, the announcement was made in the center court. The Olympic Committee said, you will not stop this game. And the famous phrase came, the game must go on. Immigration is not anything to play with. Immigration in the UK are Sudanese yesterday. Tried to behead an Irish citizen. Stab him and tried to cut his neck in broad daylight. This is a gentleman that have applied for asylum. He has a 5-year visa to stay in the country, work and better himself and support his family. But this is what he did. In 2003, another Afghan citizen that applied for asylum in Ireland also did something that is very similar to what happened in Liberia. He saw a woman and didn't like the way the woman dressed and beheaded the woman, dropped her to the floor and slashed her neck and beheaded her. And you want the civilized country to just allow you to come and walk into their country because you say you're Muslim or you're from Somalia or you black, you're from a black country. They should just allow you to walk into their country and do whatever you want to do. That is a lie. You can be Pelé, you can be Messi, you can be Ronaldo. You are going to be screened. They will follow you wherever you came from to make sure that this country is safe. And those who pay $4,000 or $5,000 for a ticket to go to see a soccer game can see the game in peace. Your politics, your religious belief, you leave it wherever you come from. We will not allow you to come in a civilized country and behead people because your religion or your upbringing forbid women from dressing the way they dress, so you beheaded her. In the Republic of Liberia, group of men saw a young woman and they say she was dressed scantily. So they decided to undress her, almost killing her. The Republic of Liberia has become barbaric. If you did that on cultural line, you are a fool. If you did that on religious line, you are a fool. Like PLO said, he says, the black Arabs, the black Muslim, they are more Muslim than the Arabs. And the black Christians, they are more Christian than Christ. You take everything to the zenith. You wild left on everything. Who told you that a woman has to dress the way you want her to dress? And some of you are walking around, no shirt, your pants hanging down your behind, you showing your underclothes, and nobody says anything, but you had the audacity to go and attack a young woman because you say she's scantily dressed in a nation called the Republic of Liberia. That is the conversation we are going to have today. That is a taste of our cultural wars we'll discuss. Let me welcome Myean. Myean, welcome to the show.
Thank you all so much, Mr. Gayman. It's a pleasure being here tonight. After a very, very busy day in Central Monrovia, we are back here to inform the Liberian people about what's happening, what made news in our country today. But I sat and listened to you carefully. You have knew almost most of the news in Liberia and around the world. It's a pleasure being here, Mr. Gayman.
Thank you very much, guys. And listen, you see, Liberia is a country that believe in news, and the news Liberia never stops, never stop to amaze you about the news. So we will begin where we ended yesterday. It says here, Liberian Bishop Brown questioned government's complaint against Nigerian preacher. You know, we were talking about a preacher yesterday. Bishop Kotu Brown had gotten into the fray, and he said he just cannot believe that a government of our stature will do what they have done. The bishop, and this is what he said. It says here, the controversy surrounding a dire prophecy against President Joseph Nyeman Boakai by the Nigerian cleric, Primate Elijah Banatunde Ayodele, has deepened, with prominent Liberian religious leader Bishop Kotu Brown questioning the government's response, while the Nigerian government has officially disowned a purported diplomatic letter circulating on social media. The dispute began after the prelate, founder of the INRI Evangelical Spiritual Church in Nigeria, predicted political misfortune for President Boakai, including the claim that the Liberian leader would fail to secure a second term. The prophecy prompted a strong reaction from Liberia's embassy in Abuja, which publicly expressed concern over what it described as the Nigerian preacher's persistent derogatory comments towards Liberia. In a statement, the Liberian mission stressed that while Nigeria's constitutional guarantees of freedom of expression and religion are respected, public comment about friendly nations and their democratically elected leader should be made responsibly. And he went on to say that democratically elected leaders be made responsibly and in a manner that promotes mutual respect. Mr. Nagbe, can you...
Mr. Nagbe, can you please mute somebody in the back there? I think listening to something.
He's listening to Yeke Koluba. Okay, so...
do you still hear it?
No, it's gone. Thank you. I know you are listening to Yeke Koluba, but thank you for joining the show.
Okay, it's gonna be with you.
You stole my show. You had Mike Jabate complaining that they took his job and they never told him anything. He just showed up one day and somebody was in his office.
Not only did they take his job, they same for confirmation hearing when he.
Yeah, and people say, "Who are you?"
Well, Mike you'll be all right.
The embassy further warned that Ayodele's repeated remarks could negatively affect the historical cordial relationship between Liberia and Nigeria. The embassy is particularly concerned that the persistent derogatory statement made by the primate. Let me come to this. For those of you who are linguists, one of my students walked to me and he said, Mr. G, he calls me. He says, I'm disturbed by reading what I'm reading here. That an ugly preacher that looks just like one call himself primate. He says, I find it derogatory that a man is going to call himself a primate, and a primate is animal monkey. So this young man brought this thing to me. Once in a while, I would make the kids read, international news, and he picked up on this. So I decided to go, call some learner folks and go into Google and other places and to actually define what the word primate means. When I type in primate, P-R-I-M-A-T-E, it brought out a whole page of evolution. Man going from animal to, we evolved from the cave or the jungle to where we are. And then I started to dig a little deeper. Then at the end, it said the word primate predates the biological prescription. It is a biblical academic term that says first of its kind or first among equals. It was the word was first used during what we call olden days to describe archbishops or popes. They are the primates among preachers. So they call themselves primates before it even became normal in biology, in geology, in you name it, anthropology. So yes, the young man had to make me to go and do some homework. Why will a learned man call himself primate? Yes, it sounds derogatory if you are looking at from the anthropological context, but if you look at it biblically and academically, it goes way back. So yes, now you can walk around calling yourself primate. First, amongst equal. Let me welcome Mr. Victor Nagbe, primate Victor Nagbe. How you doing, my friend? My friend and equal primate.
What's up, my primate brother? So hear this. One of my UPP friends, you probably met him, Roland Torgbean.
Yeah.
He has also gone to school and acquired the title of licentiate. I think that's
yes. We have that in our church for those who are in transition.
There you go.
Going through the ministry to be ordained.
Yes. So Roland wears that title very, very proudly. He will insist that you call him by that title. If you leave it out, he will make sure. So I was just looking up primate here. Yes, in the biological terms, that is, our comparison to the, Homo sapien species or whatever. But I understand it is also an ecclesiastical title of the
predating the biological term.
Correct. So Primate Babatunde, I think he is very proud of that title, primate or primate. But we'll get to that. Let me quickly offload what's on my mind. And I'm happy to join you here. I'll be signing off at exactly 7 o'clock.
That's fine.
Because I'm going to be, my son
You're
is
going to watch the New York Knicks game, I know.
Tell me this, Jerome. So the Knicks go into San Antonio, they beat 2 games without incident. San Antonio comes to New York, they beat 1 game, and the Knicks fans are in the street, they're beating up the San Antonio fans. I mean,
they beat up anybody that can.
What is wrong with New Yorkers? You know what I'm saying? And then
anybody that
beat the president.
They beat the police. Anybody that when I were in New York, the fat guy that was just they're punching people.
I'm telling you. But with all that, they got nothing on the Philadelphia Eagles fans. This is the group of fans that will boo even center. You understand me?
In the 80s, when the 76ers used to have problem with the Celtics, that's why they said they were even boo Santa. They boo Dr. J several times.
I'm telling you. But yes, I'll my son will be going to watch the game 4 of the Sports versus Knicks. That is also happening in the Garden. I understand the president has now declared he's not going to watch any of the games again. He was booed, and then he very successfully stuffed his face with fries and fell asleep.
That's
The
right.
president was sleeping through the game.
He related to one guy. What you think? remember the same age, 80, right?
Exactly. You're a male, certain age, you gotta take a nap. You know what I mean? Even I myself, I settle down when I eat, I gotta take at least 5 minutes, doze off, and then get up again and catch myself. You know what I'm saying? You ain't allowed that, right? I just said
Listen, you earned it.
But happy birthday to our friend. I don't think we many when we're in Monrovia. Liability, I think I met him once at the office. Lai is running for office, you know, for district number 4 on the CMC ticket. He has a birthday today, so happy birthday to Liability. I understand that is the area in the Painesville area.
Okay.
So yeah, happy birthday to Mr. Ability. Also, let me congratulate Honorable Musa Ability, the CMC political leader and representative District number 7. He started his hearings today. You know, he was recently appointed to head a special committee to look into the astronomical prices that are being charged at the port, which we know is directly impacting business, you know, because yes, when those people bring the containers, I was listening to part of the hearing today, and the guys are saying they're paying upwards of $9,000, almost $10,000.
But I told you what they did to me. I sent one car, and I paid $7,700 for one car.
One car, imagine that. You know, imagine that.
One car, 2003 Hummer. I've been saying this over and over. And since they did that to me, I planned I would never use that port anymore. Never.
Yeah. So I think that is not smart because one, the country is losing business. I've heard of a lot of people, just like you pledged not to do. A lot of people come through, you know, Port of Conakry or even Port of Freetown and drive their, you know, stuff through, you know. And so we're losing business. So you know, like the old people used to say, a quick dime is better than a slow buck. You know, better you make the quick dime, you know. But yeah, so and when these fees are charged, they will pass it on to the consumers. So you know, it is our people. That's why, you know, every car you see in Monrovia, even a car that is 20 years old, is over $5,000. You know. Yeah, because these people have to get their money back, you know. So he started a hearing today. I listened to part of it. You know, he had Safoko in. He had, you know, Josiah Marvinko on, who we understand has apologized to the legislature.
For sitting in that chair.
Yes. So Josiah Marvinko, somebody had to put you in. I wanted to call him today. Anyway, so he has apologized, and apparently it was done in jest. The committee headed by James Kelly, I think they will bring their judgment, but I heard some of his colleagues expressing that they felt that he was, you know, he clowns around a lot, so we know where the judgment going to fall. But he was on this committee today, and I thought the questioning was very good. One of the guys, I forget his name, was asking the people, well, you know, I think MTN or CTN, they were in there. You say you guys are charging for tracking containers, and yet when containers come into the country, you don't even know that the containers are here. Not only is that bad, but now the people are being charged storage fee while you are unaware that the container is here. They cannot clear the container. It's just really crazy. So I hope something good will come out of this. You know, so the Honorable Musa Ability, you know, he's conducted the, you know. The next thing is, Jerome, I don't know if you saw this, you know, you read your boy, your son, Dudu, you know, almost every day. He has a story on the Foya Polytechnic. Did you see that?
I got it right here.
How is this possible?
A school that doesn't exist, but it's getting funded.
And it has a board. It has a board that means regularly.
You are on that board. It's ready.
Jerome Gayman, this school hasn't been since 2018. It's been appropriated in the budget.
$264,000.
Over $260,000 to a school that does not even have a single block on the ground.
But
How is this possible?
You
And they say Tomalin was the one who set up the board.
And guess who? Guess who was serving on that board? Falabu.
Of course. T5.
No, he killed Falabu. He was looking for. He said, if I found Falabu, I would murder him today.
Falabu was on the board.
No, they took him out.
So I was reading the teaching. I was just shaking my head. How is this even possible? Every year, the appropriate money for the university, it is nowhere to be found. Can you imagine this? Can you imagine about
they call it a university with all walls.
Even if it is a virtual university, it has to have some kind of server sitting there somewhere.
No. It's in the air. It's in your head. Let me welcome Mr. Anthony Down, our reporter from Sano, D3 Radio, 93.3 FM. Anthony Down, welcome to the show. Well, it looks like Sano don't have signal.
Anthony, can you hear us? I don't think so.
No. D3 can hear us. It's all right. Is it D3 or 3D? Either way, we can't hear you, but it's all right when you get it come out. But but let me finish this story. This one was funny. He says here, can you hear us?
Thank you, Mr. Gayman. Let me say thanks to Mr. Nagbe. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Gayman. Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Good. Go ahead.
I'm hearing you.
Go ahead.
Anthony, you need to stop listening to something else because if you listen to a second party, when you speak, it will take like a minute before you can be able to get us. So I think it'll be necessary you just off what you listening to.
Can you take him out? Let him re-enter.
Yes.
Okay. So this is what Dr. Bishop Brown said. In his statement titled, I am utterly shocked by government response to Nigerian prophecy. Brown said he was surprised by the intensity of the government's reaction. Given Liberia's claim to being established on Christian principles, I am shocked about the level of response from government functionaries about a reported Nigerian primates prophecy concerning the Liberian government. Bishop Brown said, I didn't expect that the functionaries of government would give such credence to a prophecy they don't believe in, given that they consider him a fake prophet. Brown emphasized that no Liberian wishes harm upon the country and reject any suggestion of political change outside the democratic process. No Liberian, not even me, wants to see any bad thing happen to Liberia. Any influence to any change of government outside the democratic process is not only unwelcome, but outrightly rejected, because Liberia and Liberians have paid the price with blood, tears, and sweat for the sustenance of our democracy, rule of law, free speech, human rights, and other democratic values, he says. So there's no turning back. The country Liberia must march forward. The veteran clergyman argued that Liberia must remain open to different opinions, whether favorable or unfavorable. Nevertheless, the country must be open to all shades of opinion, whether good or bad. For a country like ours, with the reported sophistication we have in government to be distracted from the affairs of the state by a foreign pastor's spiritual assessment of the country and to diplomatically engage a foreign country on such an intervention surprised me. He said, Brown also offered a biblical perspective on the prophecy, explaining that scripture distinguishes between foretelling and forthtelling. He went on to say, foretelling focuses on speaking God's will into present situation to bring comfort, correction, or encouragement, he explained. He further cited Deuteronomy 18:21-22, which states that the validity of a prophecy is ultimately determined by whether it becomes true or false. If we believe in God's words and also believe that the prophecy is not true, why then worry? Why all the curses and condemnation? Why go to the extent of explaining about a private citizens to their government for remarks made in public? Brown asked, I believe that the Liberia has very serious challenges before us, and we must focus on finding solutions to our myriad problems. We must also be tolerant of the assertion of other people, however distasteful. We must approach any prophecy, whether foretelling or foretelling, through the biblical lens. Iyadola, for his part, responded to Liberia defiantly to reports of Liberia's complete escalating the public view. He said, President Mbaka, your government is satanic. President Mbaka, you will not win a second term in office, the Nigerian preacher declared. He said, further, you reported a Nigerian pastor to the Nigerian government. However, a Nigerian pastor's message and prophecy will ensure that you do not win a second term. In my view, you have already lost your chance of securing a second chance. Adela further suggested that the Liberian government should focus its attention elsewhere. Rather than writing to the Nigerian government, you should write to President Donald J. Trump and his administration. I am not speaking categorically, but I am expressing my prophetic warning, he added. The cleric also claimed that Liberians are facing economic hardship under this current administration. There is hardship under your government. Are the people not suffering? In 2020, I told former Ghanaian President Nana Akufo-Addo that his government was satanic and that he was going to leave power in disgrace. My friend, it looks like this thing is not going away. Let me go to Sino County. If Mr. Dan is following, your take on this, it is fire in a hole. We throw the fire to Nigeria, Nigeria throw it back to Liberia, and it is rough. Your take on how the people in Sino are following this debate.
Thank you, Mr. Gayman. Let me say thanks to Mr. Nagbe, Myean, and none of our followers who are following the show, who always follow the closing argument. It's always nice and amazing when we appear here on the show. Sano is great. The people here, they're amazing. Like I said, it's always good when I come to Sino to have an experience about the county, how the citizens are, visit some historic sites like the Sapo International Park, the Sapo National Park, Greenville City, and the rest of the other areas. I'm actually on a solo tour, accessing few areas, few government facilities, how well they're operating. Also assessing the road, how possible it is during this rainy season period, because the rain has started in Liberia, and we want to know how possible the road from Buchanan to Sano is during this rainy season, even though the rain has not started falling excessively. So why it has not started falling excessively? One of us is whether the role is possible at this moment. So fast forward to the clergyman issue. I listened to that prophecy. I listened to that sermon. It was quite entertaining. It was quite amazing. Seeing a pastor throwing out prophecy on the government of Liberia. In my take on it, Mr. Gayman, when it comes to freedom of speech, I think it's being protected under our Liberian law. There are sometimes we need to act within our jurisdiction. Sometimes we need to exercise our powers and our authority within our jurisdiction. We should not be, throwing our communications to another country's foreign affairs, a foreign, a ministry for statement being made by their citizens. I think statements that are being made by human beings as a whole, those persons should be held accountable for their statements and not the government. I listened to the clergyman's statement. Perhaps God might have spoken to him about, the Buckeyes and Jeremiah Cohen's presidency, their administration, what comes out of it in 2029, how far it's going to go, whether Buckeye is going to secure a second term or not. And so that was his prophecy. And I told someone yesterday, it does not reflect the view of the Nigerian government. And so I see no reason why the government of Liberia, through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, should have extended a letter to the government of Nigeria, informing them about a statement made by one of their citizens that some way, somehow, does not go down well with the government of Liberia. And also, freedom of speech should be protected. If you can protect the freedom of speech in your country for your citizens, I think you should apply that to as well to citizens that are not in your country or that are not from your country. Because Mr. Gayman, if you are in Liberia, if you listen to social media, if you follow social media, there are too many things that are being said about the Liberian government, about Joseph Walker, about Jeremiah Cohen, about Speaker Richard Nagbe Cohen, about top government officials. But I've not one day seen the government, invited these persons, to question about why the statement or why they made the statement, in fact, what prompted the statement. But instead, I just saw the government of Liberia, extend your communication to Nigeria government about a statement made by their citizens. I think it was not proper. And I think that does not reflect any form of diplomacy, and that does not also reflect any form of protection when it comes to freedom of speech and human rights.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, share this show. Let us know. I know Joe Manjala is going to come out here and say he gone on my page and maybe didn't see me share the show. Yes, but share the show on your platform. Myean, let me close the topic with you. The bishop is now on cloud 9. He has been elevated to an international figure. One man has rattled our government to the point where one individual is now trending around the world as a man who got under the skin of an entire government. What are the folks saying in Monrovia, Myean?
Okay, so Mr. Gayman, before I'd like to come in a little bit, can we play this response that is yes. Let me see how best I can play it. It's already key.
Good.
Yeah, we already have it. We already have it.
We are. There you go.
You have been importing Nigerian pastors or prophets. They can't stop your second time. They can't give you victory for your second term. Already you have lost the second term. I am not saying it categorically. Go and do your worst. Don't write to Nigerian government. Go and write to Donald Trump. We are going to settle it at Donald Trump court, not in Nigerian government. Shame to you. Your country, yes, problem there. It's just a warning. It's because you have hidden things about Liberia. Liberia will not be prosper under you, bunker. Cannot be prosper under you. All of these people that you are following writing. You are not enjoying it. The government, there's problem, there's hardship. This is what we tell Nigerian government. Ask. We told Nana Dopoh for 2020 that his government is satanic. Did he report me to anybody? Okay, your government is satanic. Everyone have condemned your government. Your second time is a failure. You won't win your second time. Mark my word, a prophet is talking. You don't need to talk. Go and use your juju to fight. You don't, instead of you sit down, let this word humble you. Let the word humble you. You now write letter. You are wasting your ink to write to Nigerian government because of one important personality of God telling you simple word. So said the Lord, import 1 billion. George, where is the next president? Let me now come out clearly. Is the next president of Liberia. And mind you, for Saturday, I'm going to do press conference. Kings FM have been invited. Abraham God sent will be invited into this press conference. You will now hear more details. More. I don't reply president. But I now see that you are lazy. Old man with laziness, with lazy officials who cannot give you simple explanation that calm down. Don't reply this man. I will just reply you. You will be ruined. Your boy will get ruined. You are fighting God. You want to fight God through me. And God is ready to disgrace you. No more second time for you. The people have been bringing prophets. They have been telling you what you will hear. What happened to Ham? He invited prophets. He said, I know that one man will never talk good about me. And what happened? He died disgracefully. Joseph, that's how your government will end disgracefully. Because I don't want to reply to you. You are full of satanic, devil, government. You don't have work. Go to China and borrow money. Go to IMF and borrow money. And leave this man of God alone. Thank you, Nigerian government, for giving them the right answer. You have been importing Nigerian pastors or prophets. They can't.
So, Mr. Gayman, that's it there. You just listen to the prophet himself. So there have been a lot of interaction from the public in Liberia, and most especially many of whom that have been taking to be politics says that for those of whom that are in the ruling party, many of them says that the prophet is in line with the former president George Weah, because there have been a footage. If you've been following closely, there have been footage on the social media when the former president did a groundbreaking ceremony at the Prophet Church in Nigeria, where this footage have been training that he's trying to look for a way to see how best many Liberians can see who is this prophet, because he's in the line with the former president, but he's not actually prophesying what God says. And others from the opposition says that this is true because they are experiencing it in this country. There have been a lot of fire outbreaks within Liberia. It's very high. Many people are now complaining about hardship. Others are saying with this issue about money, no money is in the country. Where is the money? So there have been too many mixed reactions from the public. Maybe as we go further, we'll open the line to hear from the Liberian people so they themselves can express their view, can make it clear to Liberian people where they stand on this prophet response to the government of Liberia.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, at 7 o'clock, in 40 minutes, we're going to open the line to hear from you. As usual, when we come on the platform, we give you a buffet of issues. Something the Liberian man will say, what catch your heart? You can opine on anything. You can opine on the white guy versus the primate. You can also opine on all the other subjects we're going to be talking about. Let me welcome the doctor, Prophet Henry Peabody, first of his kind, first among men, one of a kind, the best preacher, God's man. Dr. Peabody, welcome to the show.
What a good Wednesday. Good to see everybody here on this Wednesday editions of the closing argument. Good to see everybody holding it down. I've been following the conversation as well. One thing I wanted to say here, I'm always in doubt. When did this prophet reissue this? This sound like a AI generated stuff. When did he reissue this statement? When did he make this statement?
Oh, we have
that statement was made. It was on his official page yesterday.
And we gotta give credit. That was Front Page Africa's recording.
That video was posted on your official page.
Okay, so it was posted on the official page. Well, I don't see why a prophet would be so deep into discussing and insulting. Going after the government like this, like you and the government. For me, I see this as, he got his ministry. He needs to separate the church from the state. He needs to do what he needs to do, but it seems like he's targeting the Unity Party government. He's talking. I think for me that's a fake thing he's doing over there, And I don't condone that. To be honest, I don't condone that based on what, and the government had no right even responding to those prophets who go around and just do things to get money and lie to other people, and people believe in them that they got money. He's a prophet. I don't take his word serious, and I don't see why the government had to take it serious at all. To be honest, I don't. That's my opinion, but to be honest, he just another John the List prophet that just take people money and say God give them this prophecy to deliver and stuff like that. Why is he going back to back with the government? You already made a statement. Leave it. They criticize you. You move ahead. But from what I see, he's getting more personal, and I don't think this makes sense. To me, it doesn't make sense.
Oh, Dr. Peabody, let me disagree with you.
You're 100% well, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Listen, I'm a businessman. I'm into public relations. I'm into marketing. If I were this bishop, I would ride it until, listen, if BBC came today and BBC attacks a closing argument, that's a badge of honor. We will keep going after BBC because, hey, listen, this man who you didn't know, I didn't know, now the whole world knows him. And he's milking it. That's what people do. His PR firm is telling him, keep poking. Because this is something that the Unity Party government should have known better. You are actually going out there. The PR that this man church is having, Dr. Peabody, he didn't have money. This is, if he were buying this kind of PR, he would need millions of dollars to have him trending on every platform in the world. So if I were he, I would keep milking it because, this man is going higher and higher. Nobody knew him. Very few people, but here we are. We are taking 2 days. And not only that, but one of the bishops in Liberia, one of the renowned Bishop Kotu, is now into it, and he giving his own opinion how surprised he is that a government will elevate an ordinary citizen to this level. So, look,
the government should have not elevated him to that level.
That's what
everybody should have not
saying.
gone after what he said. But you got all your top officials all over social media and saying this and justifying this and blah blah blah. So everybody that makes statement about you that you corrupt, everybody that say that you go after them, I think it's wrong. They elevated him to this level, and that's what we're seeing.
Look, you go to TikTok, you go to Instagram, you go to YouTube. Everywhere this man is trending. So you think if I were here, I would let it go? No, man. I'm telling you, man, this is free media that he couldn't pay. But let's go to the next topic here, Doctor. Let me begin with you because you just came, and I'm glad that the closing argument, this particular topic, we hit it real hard. And those of you who were out there that were saying we were being one-sided, I keep telling you guys that what we say on this platform and the way we do it, whether you like it or not, is the right thing to do. Senator Chair introduces bill to ban advance payment for emergency care after death outside a redemption hospital. We carry 2 stories on here, 2 days in a row. When a woman that went to deliver at a redemption hospital was turned away because she didn't have $5. And she had to deliver on the sidewalk. You remember, Dr. Peabody, we carried that story here. And we condemned it. We talked about it, and we were being ridiculed in the comment section by the United Party people. Then again, last month, a woman died in the parking lot of Redemption Hospital, and it was all over the place. We carried that again. Finally, we are getting some results, and it reads, Capitol Hill, no Liberian would be turned away from emergency or childbirth care for failing to pay upfront. Honor a bill introduced in the Senate after 2 women reportedly died outside of Monrovia Hospital that allegedly refused to admit them. Sano County Senator Albert F. Chee's bill will require public health facilities to provide emergency and labor services free of charge, and bar private hospitals from demanding advance payment before treating, admitting, or stabilizing the patient in an emergency. It is titled An Act to Establish Free Emergency and Labor Medical Services in the public health facilities and to prohibit requirement of advance payment for emergency and labor care treatment, admission at private health facilities. The measure seeks to ensure no one is denied urgent care because of financial hardship. It can't admit mounting public anger over patient turned away for inability to pay, a problem that has long dogged the Liberian health sector. Dr. Peabody, you got to begin this one. You have to give yourself credit for having this platform. You have to give yourself credit for bringing people like us on who have no fear or no favor. We dog this thing here. We talk about it. We were loud. They were cursing us. They were calling us names, and we kept shouting at the top of our lungs. Finally, somebody had the wherewithal to put this into writing and make it a law that brings Liberia into the community of civilized nation. A woman in labor and somebody at death door, you cannot deny them emergency care to resuscitate them because they don't have money. This is humane, and this is the bill. And Albert Chi took the gold medal. Dr. Peabody, welcome, and your take on this particular bill. You are muted, Doc.
It's overdue. Honestly, it's overdue. It's something that smart people who really think about the welfare of the people should have done a long time ago. I mean, you can't have people in that country sick for emergency reason because they don't have money or because they don't have money to go and buy or blood or bring somebody to give them blood so they will not get the treatment that they need, which is very poor. So I think I applaud the senator move, but I think it's too late. So we just need to try and get it on the books so that it can become law, and that people all over hospital all over the country, even health center clinics, will not turn away people because they have money to pay. I think the government needs to set up a special funds that will go to some of the private hospitals because they provide free service to people who had emergency situation so that it can help them. But I think it's overdue. And these are some of the law that leaders of our country should be thinking, hey, this is what happened. We have heard story like the one we carried on closing argument. We have heard story of people who have died because they couldn't afford certain amount of money and they died. I think it's overdue, and I think that people need to act on it. It's necessary for these people to have care and to be given emergency care, whether they have the money, the funds or not.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome the chief himself, Johnny. Johnny, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good afternoon or evening, Brother Nagbe, Peabody, and you, good man. Thank you. And let me appreciate all our listeners and viewers. It is because of them that we are here. So I'm here. Thank you.
Well, let me go to Victor. Victor, Liberia, this July 26th will be 200.
Yeah, but 1 minute again, man.
Yes.
So maybe you thought that I could say something about the this thing.
Of
I
course.
I want to join my brother Peabody to say it's belated, but I want to also encourage the senator to look at the health ministry budget. These are the things. This is what they should be doing when the budget is drafted by by the executive branch and sent to them. You should take time to scrutinize it. Look at the areas that directly affect the people of Liberia: health, education, access to safe drinking water. How is our budget responding to those needs? What is the current budget for Redemption Hospital? Redemption Hospital is responding to thousands, if not 1 million people in our community. The whole Nukuta, the whole Bujo Island is going to Redemption Hospital. What is the capacity of Redemption Hospital? How many rooms do they have there? How many doctors? How many nurses? What is the current status of the of electricity at Redemption Hospital? So I mean, to propose a law, I think it's just like a shadow in decision making. I mean, I want to see them acting by the way they will pass the budget of Liberia. What is in our budget for Redemption Hospital? That we talk about. If anybody comes here on emergency, you should respond to them. Maybe, I mean, of course, maybe at the hospital, nothing was there. And I know very well. I mean, I've called 2, 3 persons for that Redemption Hospital. They have just while we're talking, while you're talking, people that I know right there. I know Redemption Hospital condition. So Abachi and the rest of the team should not just be about trying to make some policy or law, I agree, but they should act when the budget is sent to them, how the budget affects those people. That Redemption Hospital, you know happening in Grand Crew, you know happening way there in Foya, or even in Bakedu, or even in Bonkande in Sanoye district, or way there in Glass of in Nimba County, what's happening in Tapeta, in Kawea too. I mean, those remote places, all as far as in Bo and Kuda, places like that, Pabli, the Gui and Dory area, those remote places in Nimba, between Nimba and Riverside. What's happening there? I mean, do we have medical facilities or do we have drugs in those health facilities at those locations in those countries? As far as Tuabo Baurican, right? In River do we have what do we have there? Jakakian, Podipo, all those areas. I've been there, I've seen medical facilities there. They can have buildings there. Do we better have drugs in those places? So Redemption Hospital is just an example of what we expect, what is happening across the length and breadth of Liberia. So Honorable Chair, thank you for proposing our law, but I think they should, at next budget year, I want to hear that Honorable Chair is working, is serving as a major advocate to ensure that the health budget is increased and that those health facilities in the counties or the communities are properly served on time. They have the money to buy drugs and equipment to those places. No woman should die giving birth except it is extremely critical. Before I close on this matter, I remember during the Ebola days when I worked in Belfast, I think I told you guys before. It took me 6 months. I couldn't drink beer or stuff because what I saw in that place when I came, I started raising money to help build a maternity home in Belfast. But then Belfast had no network. It is just now I heard that alongside I carry a booster there. That whole population, almost 50,000 people, right? I mean, look, I talked to the traditional mayor where she told me, Johnny, the women that come for me to see them in Belfast here, they walk 9 hours minimum. 9 hours is the shortest distance. The further distance was 18 hours, 2 times the 9 hours. Walking from remote communities, walking in the forest, crossing water, crossing over laws, climbing hills and things. In that condition, they have to walk every month to come to the health facility in Belfast to go through the medical checkup and other things. And by not treating them is corruption. That's why I always say the budget is full of corruption. Because in as much as the people of Liberia are not served properly and adequately by the national budget, we are corrupting them, we are denying them the right to life. And on our constitution, the government has the power to protect our right to life. And to protect our right to life, it involves giving us health facility, giving us education, giving us safe drinking water, and the rest of it. Let me stop here. Thank you.
Victor, let me push back a little bit on my brother here. A woman in labor and somebody who is dying from asthma because they can't breathe. There is no reason, whatever the budget says, that you cannot triage to put the worst of the worst. Say this person at dose death, you bring them and give them the oxygen or give them CPR. For you to say we don't have the budget, so people dying outside, when the Hippocratic oath says do no harm, do all you can to preserve life, and people are
No,
dying.
brother Gilman, I'm not defending the hospital. What I'm actually saying is, I mean, it's important to come up passing a law, but let the hospital be served properly and appropriately. I mean, to come and say we're passing the law, for me, I guess that's a political statement you're making. They should show that by the way they will allocate and budget for local medical centers for to have medication to respond to our people. That's what I'm saying. I'm not supporting the government for I mean the clinic or the hospital for pushing the woman outside. But I'm also saying in addition to that, they should make sure the hospital is properly staffed. And let anyone all go now and check on the current budget. What is the budget of Prudential Hospital? Have they released money for Prudential Hospital? And one thing in Liberia, to allocate money in the budget as one. Second thing is to have the money released to the agency to perform their duty or do their work. That's another issue we have in this country with our budget performance. So I'm not again, I'm not supporting government now, I'm supporting the hospital for denying the woman to go there. No woman, I know it's wrong. That woman is any our sister, any our mother, any our auntie, whatever. She will not have, if she would die, let her die while being treated in the hospital by the health facilities or health workers. You know, that I'm just saying the policy, the senator is bringing is a good policy, but I think it's a political thing. I want to see them arguing more in legislature when the budget is being discussed. They should allocate money to the hospital because our right to life must be protected by the state. That's my point I'm making. Thank you.
Thank you. Victor.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with Johnny and Dr. Peabody at all. This is, it's belated. I agree. Jerome, over here, the civil rights movement here drove that into a federal law here in the States to deny people treatment. You cannot deny people treatment. By law, you can't do that. And so, yeah, we need to put on the books, but to the much deeper concern is Johnny's point. Putting it in the books and making it law is not sufficient. You got to back it up by the financing, and this is where the wickedness of these thieves in the Capitol building comes in. They know it. All that money they are pocketing. How are they going to get money to fund these other projects? That is where the question is. To buy a new car every 3 years or to fund a hospital. That's where the question is.
Yeah,
That is the question.
You're right.
Yeah.
Right.
Every 3 years you pay $45,000 for a brand new car. Over your 9-year period, you're spending over $100,000 on transportation, on cars alone, not just to fuel the car. So that is where the problem is. These are some of the things that are killing us, and that's why people continue to disrespect us because of our stupidity, the choices that we make. And we keep saying it here. Everybody here does their due diligence. You go anywhere, you go to Google your country, they know what you're doing there. They know how you're spending the money, and then you go and beg them for money. You think they'll give you money? Why you think we can't get any funding? Nobody wants to give us any money because they know when they give us the money, we're going to live, like Ellie Johnson said, an opulent lifestyle. Imagine me coming to you and tell you, my man, this month I can't make ends meet. Then you give me $100. Then the next day you find me sitting at Calabar. Then I spread it to you. I say, my man can't join me. In what sense does that make? But that is exactly what we are doing. So we got to make the hard calls. I absolutely agree. I think it's unconscionable. You know, a lot of the senators move, but you know, he needs to go beyond that, and he has a means. I heard today in the hearing that the Honorable Musa Belezi was conducting. I heard the indignation being expressed by some of the lawmakers who were in there, and I was happy that they were on camera. I will be watching out to see whether they will follow up on these pronouncements that they were making. You know, I didn't have a chance to go on these priest things so quickly. You know, I agree with Dr. Peabody. I think this man is going too far now, and you can't blame him. We're the one who put this man on steroids. You know, but I think what he's doing there is wrong, and somebody needs to tell him to quit, to knock it off, because he is really is getting too involved in Liberian politics to the point where he's calling, you know, Godson and all these people. He knows everything about George Weah. This is not just anybody who is standing on the pulpit and prophesying. I think this man is. I think he's compromised. You know, I think he's a sedition. You know, and he needs to get his mouth out of our politics. You know, it's just unfortunate the way the government went about it. Now they're going to make it very difficult for somebody to tell him to shut up. But he needs to shut up and pay attention to his problem in Nigeria. He got nothing to do with us. If he said God sent him, yeah, then let him leave it alone. But this back to back with the government, I don't think that God is telling him to come and fight for George Weah in Liberia. I think it's wrong what he's doing. I think it's wrong. Look, I'll give you a recent case in point. We remember Fethullah Gulen. He was here in Pennsylvania, in the Pocono Mountains, right from Turkey. That man was here. He's found an organization attacking the Turkey government inside Turkey. But the U.S. government, he was here in safety, giving him sanctuary. He's a private person. I think the government made a mistake by the way they handled this thing, and now they have given this man the platform. He's not going to stop. It is very unfortunate what is happening. And like I said the other day, I believe many of you said that at the end of it, I think the government that's going to lose on this, because they have everything to lose in this battle with this man. This man is inconsequential. He's a nobody. But now they've taken him and put him on the pedestal, and now he's going to have people watching every Sunday what he's going to say. I didn't know of this man until this week, and now all of a sudden I know who he is, and now I'll be watching to see what he's going to do. I think the government really, really mishandled this. I agree with Sylvester Pewee the other day when he drew a line between, you know, experience in other places and serving government. I think the you know, this thing was really mishandled, and it is very unfortunate, really, really unfortunate. And there's nothing this government can practically do about it. They can't do anything about it. And those are the investigations that go on in the background before you go public on these matters, before you embarrass yourself. That you go and write Macron and put it in the papers, and then you tell you, no, I can't do it. You know, who is advising these people? How are they arriving at these decisions? It's really stupidity. I'm very disappointed. They continue to diminish Liberia and make us look small and stupid. And we got a lot of smart people in Liberia. You know, this government is a very
you know, you're right.
You know, they don't think things
through. You're right.
Their decision making is crazy. I'm very disappointed and I'm hurt that I'm a Liberian and I find myself in this nonsensical situation because my government is putting me in situations that really we shouldn't be in.
You can't handle.
Yeah, exactly. My mama, not yeah. Let me get Kevin credit.
Ladies and gentlemen, share this show.
Well, you know, but now because this man, I started taking time to go online, doing all kind of research on him. Because actually, I didn't want to trust what he said. Even out there, I told my colleagues on the show, I said, look, let's do a background check. Let's go online, find my website, and know what because you know the AI business getting so something together now that I don't want to argue this platform to just push something up and tomorrow it become fake. So I went on my own yesterday, took my time and found him on Instagram. I found him on Facebook page. I started going to lots of prophecies that you've been talking about for places, even about Obama, about Trump, about if I read, I see this year I think between August and September or so, President Muhammad of Ghana should not play around flying helicopter or so. You know, he talked about Guinea. He said Guinea should be mindful. Guinea should be mindful of a coup, you know, or something. He talked about Mali. He talks about. I mean, I'm right now. This issue now have made me to extend my research on more prophecy, more people. I just saw something I saw out there about one Ghanaian prophet or religious person again saying something about Liberia. So you happy now?
Nothing has came. You know,
I don't know.
Thank you very much. These people are They are self-scammer. And unfortunately, our country, that's why the citizens of Liberia have bowed down to now. You go to Liberia, you see all these Nigerian and Ghanaians, churches who are all day. God, tell me where God just gave you prophesy every 2 minutes. Oh, I saw somebody trying to kill you. Oh, when I see someone, and our people had just put the self in that. I don't know. They don't even study the Bible no more. All the focusing on are these fake people going around lying to them every day. Oh, I see generation to get rich. Oh, I see you getting a new visa. Oh, so lie. And our people. So if you go to some Liberian churches, the pastor even trying to talk like Nigerian or Ghanaian.
Of course,
it's crazy.
It is. It is. And if we all remember, and thank you for. I'm happy to be back on the show today.
Nobody recognizes you.
All right, I recognize myself.
There you go.
I'm happy to be back, but this issue of this quote unquote Nigeria prelate. I'm seriously primate. I'm seriously concerned about this because look, I really don't. I'm not here to judge him, but I don't believe that he's really a man of God. Because for the mere fact that the Bible, the very Bible that we all, I'm a Christian. I pray to God every day, and I ask God to bless me. Dr. Peabody here, he's a religious person. Anybody who prophesies in the Bible and that prophecy does not come to fruition, that prophet is it's a false prophet. You prophesy and that prophecy does not come to fruition, you are not a genuine prophet, you are a false prophet. That's one. Two, why should a prophet who is a Nigerian try to talk about Liberian politics? What does he hope to gain from it? What does he hope to gain from it?
No, the Holy Spirit is leading him. The Holy Spirit is leading him, Brother Siton. The Holy Spirit is leading him. The Holy Spirit giving him message for everywhere in the world.
Holy Spirit? I don't want to believe that, though. I don't want to believe that.
I agree. But Nagbe, I've gone almost 4 hours now researching this man. They must be about any country.
Yeah, but you see,
you
read about him, so he kind of
not read.
Convinced. You are convinced.
No, listen. No, but sit down. Look.
This is the same man I said Georgia are going to be president. Georgia are going to win the election 2023, right?
But that's what. This is what Bishop Kotu is saying.
No matter prophesy more than Jesus Christ said. He prophesied more than Jesus Christ.
This is what Bishop Kotu is saying. If we all know what's happening, you know this could be true, it couldn't be true. Why are you following this thing into a rabbit hole? Why? When anybody can say his prophecy is his opinion.
Exactly.
So why are you getting out of your skin? If I were the prophet, okay, the primate, I wouldn't let this thing go. Because you go on that man's Instagram page, you go to a Facebook page, you go to a YouTube channel, the membership has quadrupled.
Now Liberians, who go in there?
So,
and meanwhile, he's getting wealthy.
Of course.
And the people that are following him are getting poorer.
Well, listen.
You see that?
The Joseph Baga, you and I, our president helped this man get rich, and he's going to make an episode out of it. This one we just went what? The first one was episode number 1. Then he came by yesterday with episode number 2. He said not only will he fail, but he's satanic.
Now,
and all the newspapers start saying he's fighting fire with fire. You see how it's going? So now this man is, look, Nigeria has what? Almost 230 million people. You elevated one guy to the
meanwhile, there are multiple problems in Nigeria. And he can't even talk about it.
He does. That's why I say, Mr. Siton. You see, now the reason why I want to go do background check of this man, and you think I'm not a fan of his, but I got a background in research. I don't just get out and just talk see somebody. When I take him out, I told my colleague in the show, I said, look, let's do. I thought I didn't talk about on his thing. So I went back and started following. Then man speak about Tinubu. He talked about the issue in Lagos, about the issue in the northern state. I mean, he speak about every issue around the continent and even in Europe. They made him talk about soccer. He made him discuss how certain coaches were being replaced, and I think about 4 or 5 football clubs he called their names. He talked about Ukraine war with Russia and Ukraine. He talked about Iran war. He talked about the issue with Donald Trump. I mean, they made all around talk about Togo, talk about Benin State.
I think he's doing it to gain prominence. I think he's doing it to gain prominence. I don't believe that he's really speaking from prophecy. He's doing it to gain prominence. I think that what it is.
Tanzania, Uganda, all around.
Jackson, everything that you and I do, if you are a math teacher, you want to be the best math teacher, you want to recognize people to recognize you for your work. This man is the best. As we speak now today, we're not talking about the Pope. We are not talking about Bishop Kotu. We're not talking about Dr. Peabody. We're talking about the primate of Nigeria. The primate, Elatoni Adelide, that's his name. So, you tell me, if I have 1 million, 2 million people, okay, talking about me because I said something, listen, I said, you know what, let me make this 2 million. Today he came by and said, I'm going to fight fire with fire. And it's just going wild and viral. So, listen.
I even heard that you're having press conference Saturday. You'll be inviting Abraham Gonson when you're on Kings FM.
He said he's gonna invite all the media from Liberia and Ghana to come. So there you go. Now,
yeah, but the question is, what does he hope to achieve?
Oh,
that is the question. Because if you are a man of God, who's supposed to be preaching for the salvation of the people that are in your congregation, and you are in a feud with a government, what does that say about you? What does that say about you?
President, do you know if you go back to prehistoric days where they had a church and a state had always had issues?
Look, in the Bible, Prophet Samuel, when a man of God speaks, he just don't speak. Most of the prophets in the Bible, they don't go neck to neck with the leaders of those days. They tell them what God says. And if they don't do what they do, what God says happen to them. This man is not a prophet. You prophesy today, when they criticize you, then you come back, then you say, no, it's going to happen to you. Yeah, is he a politician or he a prophet?
Wait, let me ask a question. President, I have a question. What the late Mother Ducle, the late Michael Francis, the late Alfred Rees, the late Henry Bishops, Ducle, what do they hope to achieve when they're making prophecy on Liberia, doing the Doe regime or Tomalin regime, whatever time? What do they hope to achieve? Even doing the
because they are citizens of Liberia, and they were looking at the social political issues affecting Liberia, and they were talking about it. That is different from a Nigerian pastor who sits in Lagos and try to talk about Liberian politics. Like he talks about the 1 million people that are living on water and living in filth in Nigeria, in Makoko. Why you can't talk about that?
But
why you can't talk about that? Why you can't tell the Nigeria, all the oil wealth Nigeria has, and yet instead you have millions and millions of people in Nigeria are living in abject poverty. Why he can't talk about that? And he comes to Liberia and try to meddle into Liberian politics. And then we Liberian try to give him credence.
Johnny, 1 minute. Jackson.
We Liberian try to give him credence.
Jackson. So what happened to Apollo White, the prophet from the United States that prophesied Joseph Whitecap would be president? Joseph Whitecap was a man of God. And the people didn't say, why you don't keep your prophecy?
No. But yes, the same Paul word are saying that the current president is almost equivalent, equating the current president to Jesus Christ.
But there you go.
So what does that tell you?
It tell you that the vision covers the whole world. You can say whatever you want to say.
These are all con artists, my brother. These are all con artists.
Listen, Listen, these guys, look, it is entertainment. This man has monetized his social media presence, and he's going to make millions. You know who the cause of that? The Liberian government.
Yep.
For elevating this man to this level where now millions every day follows him. Like you said, now everybody's going to be following here what the next sermon is going to be. And now he has pledged to have a news conference where he's going to invite the Liberian media and Ghanaian media and Nigerian media to come. So this man looking at the whole ECOWAS, the whole Africa now, and the whole world. So, hey, if I were he, I will continue there. I won't stop. Okay, guys, let's go to the next topic here. This one is the Liberian investigator said, Bono back in Liberia passed through immigration without arrest, even though there's an arrest warrant for her arrest. This is one that everybody is now talking about in Liberia. What is going on? It said Nora Bono, a former chief of protocol to ex-president George Weah and the principal defendant in one of Liberia's largest money laundering and asset recovery cases, reportedly returned to Liberia this week and cleared immigration arrivals international airport without being arrested or questioned, despite a warrant issued for her arrest. Let me start with Sita. Here we go again.
Yeah, thank you very much. The question that I have is that story authentic?
Yes.
Is it proven that Fina is really in Liberia?
Yes.
Or is that story based on speculation?
No, it is authentic.
What is their source of information? How did they get that source? How did they get to know that Fina Bono is back in the country and she was not arrested? For me, I just want to know, because we have to be very...
Jackson, the woman posted $435,000 bond. Isn't that enough evidence? That's fact. That's
Hold on. Let me get this clear. Prior to, because she was not in the country.
She was not.
Yeah, so prior to coming in this country, did she post the bond when she entered Liberia, or she posted the bond before traveling back to Liberia?
No, I'm not sure if you can do that. And because you go and turn yourself in order for them to release you, you post a bond. Otherwise, why you be posting a bond?
Also, she went to Liberia and posted a bond.
Absolutely.
But according to the news, the judge, it was reported from the court that Fina Bono has posted a $400,000 plus, as a criminal appearance bond.
That's correct.
You understand? So that means she's in the country.
Hold on, let me get it. That actually left the country, right?
No.
How she left the country? She didn't leave the country on bond.
You gotta listen to this.
She left the country without filing the bond.
Listen. The story says Fina Bono arrived on an Air Peace flight and passed through immigration on notice or uncontested, according to information gathered Tuesday at the airport.
Wait, isn't that the same flight that brought him the drugs?
Yes. They say what? Even though court record lists her among the principal defendants in the criminal indictment brought by the Asset Recovery and Property Retrieval Task Force and the Ministry of Justice, the reported entry has revived questions about Liberia. Can Liberia enforce its own court order and screen wanted defendant at the borders? This is
what I'm trying to gather here is she arrived in the country, she was not arrested, she had a pending litigation before her, there was an arrest warrant for her. Is that correct?
What we are hearing was while she was out of the country.
Yes, correct, Mr. Sheldon, correct. She was, according to the news, she had an arrest warrant by the court.
By the court.
Yes.
Now, she, by that time, she was not in the country.
That's correct.
All right.
Yes.
She came into the country, and she was never arrested at the port of entry.
That's
and then she went to the court and filed over $400,000 bond.
Yeah, they call it surety bond. Yes.
Well, I don't know what is the big deal about this story. The fact that she filed a bond. She was not in the country when she was indicted, and she decided to return. So she returned. She says, I'm making myself available. Here is the property value bond that I'm filing. So then what is the big deal about the story?
Mr. Seaton, when you are out of the country and a warrant is out there for your arrest, wherever you are under the jurisdiction within the bailiwick of the Republic, you should be apprehended and handed over to the court, and you file your bond, and then you are released. It's not the other way around. They will not do that to any other person. That's the point. If you and I, if there was a warrant for our arrest, I don't think they will allow you to go home, go to your lawyer, get your bond, get your money together, and take it to the court. It doesn't work that way. That's what they are saying. The crux of this matter is justice for the powerful and the wealthy is different from the justice for the ordinary people.
But we all should know that there are two-tier justice systems in Liberia.
Well, it says here, honor is turn. Bono undertook to appear before the court whenever required, submit to its jurisdiction, remain in the Republic of Liberia unless granted court authorization to travel, stay available until the case is fully adjudicated, and surrender to custody or if convicted. The pledged properties will be subject to forfeiture if she breaches any of these conditions. Court records show Bono faces 6 charges: money laundering, theft of property, misuse of public money, property and records, criminal conspiracy, perjury, and criminal facilitation. The charges arose from a wide-ranging task force investigation into alleged illicit acquisition of assets and suspicious financial transactions involving former public officials and their business associates. Prosecutors allege that several properties and businesses were acquired with proceeds of corruption and public funds. This is the charges against all of them. So this is what you're talking about.
Yeah, and as you rightly stated, the fact that there was an arrest warrant out there for her, she should have been immediately arrested.
That's correct.
When she entered Liberia. Probably, my own thinking is that the court gave that arrest, came up with that decision of the arrest of Finna Bodo, but it was not transmitted to the security forces. That would be one. No. Look, it is like this. When a court, when the court issue an arrest warrant for you, the court immediately inform the security forces, say, hey, look, we have issued an arrest warrant for Jackson Seaton. Anywhere you see Jackson Seaton, you're arresting and bringing to this court. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe that directive was not given to the security forces. That's one. 2, maybe she used her influence to evade arrest. And that's what I said initially. There are 2 tiers justice systems in Liberia. There's one tier for the common person, and there's another one for the people that have money. And that is not good for our country.
Yeah, that's what it says here, Dr. Peabody.
Yeah, but Mr.
1 minute before you come, it says, Bono's reported arrival without arrest is likely to sharpen public scrutiny of the immigration and law enforcement agencies and could prompt call for an inquiry into how a defendant in a major anti-corruption case entered the country without immediate action by the security personnel while other people were charged similarly were arrested. How is it possible, Dr. Peabody?
Look, they can talk about she was serious criminal charge. That lady, I yet to see what FINA did in Liberia for her to come, for them to even issue arrest for her. Secondly, You don't know whether her government will be negotiating. I mean, her lawyers were negotiating with them and said, look, man, I can bring my client back into the country, but she will post bond. If she doesn't post bond, you can arrest her and stuff like that. But you don't know what happened going behind closed door. You don't know what discussion, what they have been talking to get her back. Maybe it was one of the conditions. If you come home, you have to post a bond. That's the only way we'll not arrest you, or we'll arrest you if you can't post a bond. You don't know what conversation was going on behind closed door. I want to believe there were conversations going on, but I yet to say, and that's my opinion. I really don't see what Fina Bono did for that the anti-corruption to just rush on her and charge her, put an arrest warrant for her. She was close to President Doe. She was not. I mean President Weah. Fina was not directly. I mean, she was with the president, but she didn't really do much. I mean, she was not really involved in any real government decision making. So I don't know what she did. I'm yet to read those things that they put out there for her. Now you're talking about Commerce Minister and other people. I would say yes, but I really didn't see what Fina did. She came back in the country, but I want to believe there was some other conversation going on behind closed door that really made her to go back to Liberia. I want to believe conversation was going on by that time.
Well, the government has to. Myean, if you're in the back, we promise at 7 o'clock we're going to open the line for folks to make their calls. So if you have the time, come, let's open the line so the folks can call and make their comment.
Well, Myean stay there, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, Myean stay there.
Yeah, okay. In the meantime, there is an organization called Giava. It warned that West Africa alone loses $50 billion yearly to money laundering from West Africa. $50 billion. Mr. Nagbe, I know you got to leave, but can you imagine? We are here saying the colonial power got the boots on our neck. They undermining us. They are sabotaging us. Everything is the white man, is the colonial. Look at it. $50 billion in 2025 was stolen from West Africa and looted back to the colonial. How can we keep blaming these people?
Yeah, absolutely. I have absolutely nothing on that. I mean, we said that over and over. Yes, the international conspiracy, is active and well. But I think primarily we are our own problems, I mean, we just talked about, what the legislature is not doing to help alleviate the plight of our people. We talk about patients being turned away, because they don't have money to pay when in fact, the hospitals are underfunded and all of that. We talked about that, but this is where it comes from. The problem we're having is most of us come in government to get rich. And when you come in government hungry like that, I think the motivation is very active to indulge, and I think this is what is affecting the continent in general. The vast number of our governments on the continent, people come in there as a means to an end. They're not coming to serve; they're coming to line their pockets. And that's what you get. A lot of resources that are being wasted. Some of these people are conspiring, of course, with the international bodies. Yes, we talked yesterday, I believe, about Liberia being a transit point. These are some of the things that are also happening. We have weak laws. One of the reasons why we have the largest maritime registry, our laws are weak. It's like Delaware where you can register any and everything. So people take advantage and we lose,
But the laws in Delaware are not weak.
Honorable Seaton, it says here West Africa is losing an estimated $50 billion a year to illicit financial flows. The criminal network are increasingly turning public procurement. The system meant to build regional schools, roads, and hospitals. They are turning it into a channel they use to launder the money. The regional anti-money laundering body has warned. To be specific, Yeke Koluba said it. He says, you can remove me from the house. I got my home in Ghana. I got a home in Dubai. He said, and I'm not the only one. All my colleagues, we got home in Ghana, in Nigeria, in Dubai, in the Ivory Coast, and South Africa. So here we are. They are stealing the wealth of the country from Liberia. I'm not only talking about the whole West Africa. I'm only talking about Liberia alone.
Yeah, but Mr. Gayman.
But you know, wait a minute. I didn't finish when Jackson
go
brought
ahead.
it in. Yeah, you know, very Delaware attitude, but I didn't finish. Let me know what's going. Yes. So, Delaware is a state here where you can sit in your living room and register anything.
It's not a state. It's a territory. It's so small. It's just small.
Thank you.
Like that.
No, we are the first state.
So, having said that, I have landed back to you, Mr. Cedar.
Well, you know, what do you expect, Mr. Gayman?
But good night, guys. Thank you very much.
You have.
Mr. Cedar, hold on, real quick. Before you leave, I had a special article for you. Let me pull it up before you leave here.
Okay.
It said, this is about the crew people. You got crew and river people. It said, Grand Crew community dropped the colonial era names for their cultural revival. And this is the kicker right here. In a bold move to reclaim its cultural identity, the Myean community in Grand Crew in Electoral District Number 1, Grand Crew County has officially renamed Andrewville and Wilsonville to Myean Plantation.
You.
Listen, Andrewville is racist. Wilsonville is racist, but we officially name ourselves the plantation.
Plantation, which is not. But great show tonight. Thank you guys, and Jackson. Thank you for allowing me to land.
Yeah. Thank you, Brother Victor.
You can leave the plantation now.
Well, Mr. Gayman, what do you expect? You expect you elect a bunch of thieves. They were poor. They become rich overnight. And then you want them to change the system in Liberia? You're not going to expect any change. Look, Victor said it right. The problem with Liberia is Liberians themselves. Liberia don't like honest people. Most of the people that are wealthy in Liberia, where did they get their wealth from? Did they get their wealth from the private sector? Did they inherit their wealth from their family? No. They got their wealth from working right in where? The government. So the government is almost like a cash cow. They milk the cow every now and then. They find all kinds of ways. From the budgetary appropriation to budgetary allocation to budgetary formation, all of these things. They found all the different loopholes to do what? To milk the country. So guess what happened? They are getting wealthy. The people are getting poorer. They are building houses in Dubai, South Africa, Ghana, Nigeria,
Ivory
Coast. But the people are still struggling. And then they come back and they say they are in the interest of the people. I think you showed that picture the other day. The representative from River says, look at that disgrace.
With his lawnmower.
Yeah, with his lawnmower. And Emmanuel Nyokwe. Look at that other disgrace. You cut the drum, you pin the drum, then you say they are trash cans. Really? And then you expect the people to say now you are carrying development to them and you expect them to re-elect you. But you know, our people, they need to wake up. They need to wake up. Because for too long, they have been lied to. For too long, they have been cheated. For too long, they have been exploited by the quote-unquote savior who call themselves politicians. And yet they say they continue to elect these people into office. But again, I tell you, you myself, we go to Liberia now, we say we want to vote for elected office. As long as we can give the people them crumbs, they will not vote for us. But the people that come and give them crumbs, they vote for them. Then when the people start stealing the money, they say, oh, the man is a rogue. Well, you knew the man was a rogue, but you didn't say you voted for him. So then who has the problem? You.
Yeah, but Victor, and the post, I'm not Victor, but Jackson, and the post said that Tomalin was the role during the going election. The guy from
Yes.
UP, all right, and they said, man, they used to call him T5, instead of calling him Tomalin, call him T5.
Yeah.
So today, who was in today in the government?
He
the one kind of like serving like a prime minister now in the government.
Yeah, cutting the shots.
Right? So I mean that's the people in the country. And the thing is, those that we call are illiterate, that should be ethical enough in their politics. Right? Ethical enough in their politics. So look, no matter what happens, in the best interest of the brain people, we have to forego our personal gain and apply what is proper and appropriate for the state to benefit. This man was accused by all of you guys that he did and that. So the man just said, look, thank God the city people and myself got issue. Right now, I'm going to form a group that will protect, that will support the government, the president, into everything. And because you people want to keep power for the next 6 years beyond here, so they see the man as a glorious savior, like a messiah for them. You know what I'm saying? So where is the ethical leadership in the politics that we got in the country? That somebody that you accuse, the whole UP leadership, they made a whole component to believe that this man was a criminal. So why are we with it matter? So like you say, Sika, we have to make sure that we have some level of ethical behavior in our political dispensation without just being individualistic and because it's me and in front of me, I'm concerned. If we are concerned with Liberia, we gotta make sure we put away our selfish interest and look at the greater interest of Liberia. If I'm doing the wrong thing, even today I can't do it to be my friend, you say my medicine is not correct. You gotta correct yourself. But again, here we are. What did President Barker say in the election? Even if a conscience sleep with the devil, he will do it to be president. Didn't he say that during the campaign?
And that's what he's
Right?
doing now.
He said that. And we saw that we took it for laughter. Look, I listened to this guy from Botswana. I got a habit where I go online, look for leaders, statement, and things so I can learn myself. The guy was speaking to his cabinet, to his people. He said, leadership is not just, it's not ordinary. What you say, what you do has a greater impact on society. The guy said, even at some point, leadership is sometimes it's going to become prophetic. Because when you sit in your personal mind as a leader, and you say something or you think of certain thing, I mean, when God made you hear for people, God gave prophecy too. Tell you how to lead the people, how to move them. I think it's glaring in the Bible where how God made or the kings of Israel to provide governance, even though they had the elders to advise them, but they didn't say how wisdom, and that wisdom came from spiritual background. So leaders must understand that when you make statement, that statement goes a long way in the life of the people of the country. So if our leader, my own uncle Lofa said, if it will cause him to sleep with the devil or whatever devil to be president, he'll do it. Okay, people say, oh, that figurative speech he made. But here we are today. Should we take it for real? Should we take it for jokes? Should we take it for lies? So, like you're saying, we have to try to put away our personal gain and make our politics in the country to be a politics of benefit to people. Remove our personal gain. Even if you can't eat, don't let somebody die because you won't eat. That's what I want to say. So, Sister, it's true. We are hating everybody because of political gain. That's what we're doing.
What am I talking about right now? The Thomas Fowler I think he's on his way to America.
He's on his way to the United States
to launch whatever.
Nimbo in Philadelphia.
So Oben Boaka. That's what he's on his way back to.
He's on his way. I think he's in flight now because I saw he was in Lobé. He was waiting for his flight.
And guess what? All the people who are condemning him will be there.
They will be there
and greet him, and in fact give money. Dr. Peabody, this is what we are talking about. At least Yeke Kolowa were brave enough to say this is what we are doing. Look at this today on the front page of one of the papers. So Representative Bernard Bensi from District Number 7 said he will personally fund a bridge that Chico was supposed to build and Chico reneged on it. He will personally, from his personal account, fund the difference between what Chico could not fund the company. What the company couldn't do. This one man said he would put his hand in his pocket and he would do it from his own personal money.
Yeah, but
Can you imagine?
they got money now, Mr. Gayman. Don't
That's what
forget.
I'm saying. This man was deported, a criminal.
They take a lot of money for bribes, and that's how they run their own person. And they give them district engagement money as well. They give them a lot of money to engage their constituent. And what do they do with it? They take that money and use it on their own. And he said he would get his own money. Well, Bob would take $50,000-$60,000 from to say he go and build his own breach and fund it personally.
Yeah, DJ
That
Blue.
the money that they
No, but people they make a take loan. They make a take. People they make a take
yeah, a
loan.
lot of them do it too. They take loan. That's true. A lot of them take loan too. They go there and credit. So when the money come out, what they negotiate it when it come, then they're good. You know.
Yeah,
Then
but
they're good.
but the problem that's a serious problem in the country.
When
I don't know whether it is happening in other African countries where lawmakers become development specialists in their constituents. I don't know. They carry on development project in their constituents. After, as a lawmaker, you're supposed to make appropriation for development projects to go into your constituents. But it is the other way around in Liberia. And that's where the corruption is.
Yeah.
That's where the corruption is. And until that can change, until that system can change, where instead of a lawmaker taking money and go build a market ground in a district and give it to rather the Ministry of Internal Affairs or the Ministry of Public Works, and that money is financed through the Ministry of Finance, until that can happen, these guys will continue to milk the country.
Mm-hmm.
But Mr. Jackson, you think you are seeing corruption? Let me read this one to you. Dr. Peabody, it says here, the Foya Polytechnic University in Foya.
It doesn't exist, though. It doesn't exist.
It does not exist.
The school does not exist, but they have been receiving full funding for 2018, 2019, 2020, 2023, 2024, 2025, and again this year, 2026. When the investigator went to the site, it was just a ground with grass. This is a land that was donated by the chiefs way back then. But listen, somebody is it started 2018. And it went on that under the George Weah government from 2018. It went all the way until when George Weah left office, and they continue. 2026, it's still receiving money.
So
because I want to met there.
So what does that tell you?
Yeah, man.
The whole system in the country is rotting.
Of course, rotting.
It's rotting.
That's it.
So,
Law. You
no.
don't have a law. If you have a good law in that country, they kind of brought this stealing that people do, it would not happen again. But
Dr. Peabody, the laws are on the books, but they are not being implemented.
It's just there. A decoration. Can you imagine? Look at this. For your Polytechnic.
Mr. Gayman, this is why I've been having difficulties in Lofa. Because when I see these things in Lofa in my home and I raise them, people think that I'm against an individual. Whereas I'm talking for society to benefit. For all the benefit as a country, as a people. This thing has been noticed by me. I've raised it. I've talked about it. Where is the school? And the thing about it, you know what I know about the country? You try to enlighten them, to tell them the right way to go or what is happening to them. They see you as a troublemaker. Those who destroy them, who destroy their children's future, and what they can heal and give them the fattest cow in the village, the fattest goat, the biggest rooster. And I've said it before in Lofa on radios that the people will honor me with all the roosters and chicken and things. While I advance, before anybody take office in Lofa, Senate can take oath on the Bible, take oath on the Corona, and still commit crimes, and then take oath on what they believe in traditionally. Let's see what they will say. And I stand for that. I stand because, look, let me tell you one thing. One time we're in a gallery, people were giving money. One old man said, let me get blessing. And they know in Lofa can give blessing. We call it 2 years or somebody. Oh man said, may God be with us. Everybody say Amina. He said, as we are here, the money are coming to us. Where the money comes from? May it not be where people are crying. Me, our first, all of us on the phone, I jump and say Amina. Other people didn't say Amina. Because I'm not Omen in me, and I Omen say, what call Omen in that time? Omen say, I want to know where the money you're giving us here. Like your real money you're working for, you're taking pay, or the money taken from somewhere else to bring and give other can do good here. And that Omen went on with that prayer that may God bless you because you are taking your money and you work for. But if the money you're giving us here, if the money is not from your hardware, but if from somebody you took it, somebody, may God now bless you. I say Amina. Or people even say Amina. You understand? So we gotta try to bring about some level of sincerity in our system. Look, how much do you want to live for in this country? How much do you really need to live in your life entirely? I mean, you can be billionaire, right? But if you work hard and you earn it day by day, and you earn your millionaire status based on your hard economic or hard work, that's good. But how can you be a representative or senator in 6 years or in 12 years or in 9 years or 18 years, and automatically in the poor country of Liberia, you become a millionaire? You start a ride car that even you would never have, even if you are work based on your profession, you would not have bought such car in 5 or 10 years. But in less than 6 months, you run a kind of car. Even your own conscience, when you're driving from your house, wherever you live in Monrovia, and you're driving through the city of Monrovia driving, you see people walking by the road, you see children between the cars selling. You see blind people with children that should be in school coming to beg you to the car. Don't they think, or doesn't that or those issues ring bell to you as a leader? Although I live in Dopoh Road, every morning pass Dopoh Road intersection at the traffic light, you see women and children there, and older people there with blind women and children, blind women and men there with children below the age of 12, 13, 14, or somewhere around there, begging. You passing as a leader, as a representative or senator or a minister in government, you're passing out road. People stand there. Don't you think these are the problems you are put in power to solve or to address? And to be, I'm saying because every morning when I get out, I don't get up. Maybe because I watch so much in the humanitarian sector. Every day I see problems that are existing in society that need to be addressed. So I see problems every day, especially when I see the blind people. I see those little children with them. I thought, well, this child could be a best medical doctor. This child could have been a very good lawyer. This child is here with the old person or the woman and we're receiving back from receiving help from people. So what are we doing as a state? Because part of our duty as government, as a state, is to take care of the welfare of the people. So what are we doing? So ministry agenda and social protection. So social protection includes the people who are disabled and visually disabled people. Why are we having all the people in the street? Why can we find a place to keep them in the place where we will take care of them and get them skilled, even though they can't see, but they can use the other senses to make something to contribute to one society. So I mean, look, to be very frank, my fellow panelists on this show, sometimes I feel like why I feel like Liberia is whether is Liberia cursed or what, I don't know. And I don't want to agree Liberia is cursed. I just think that people just grew up and we're not getting the right people in place in these places to respond to these things. And Liberia is a small country, population of 5.2 or 5.6 or even 6 million people. How long does it take to teach 6 million people? The other country got 200 million people living in our country. 20 million people, 40 million people living there, they're doing well with the population. We have 5.2 or even 6 million. What is so hard that we can't take care of our population in a way that will be proud citizens and be more patriotic and nationalistic? So I mean, it's just a serious thing that we all got to be discussing. But I hope our people in government that listen to this show will not see us as their enemy. They will not see us as being antagonistic, but we're leaving this issue to remind them
Johnny, they will see you as an enemy. As long as you continue to speak the truth, they will see you as an enemy. And that's a sad reality. That's a sad reality of Liberia. People are deliberately stealing from their own people, and they don't want other people to tell them that they are stealing from their own people.
Yeah.
So when you become to tell them, then you become their enemy. And you understand? And sadly, the people that you are talking for, they sometimes bring you as an enemy. Oh, that man a troublemaker.
Mm-hmm.
That's a sad reality of Liberia.
Well,
that's a sad reality of Liberia.
What Myean? I thought Myean should be here for make the calls. Myean, where you at?
Well, let's go to the last. I know everybody want to go and watch that game at 8 o'clock. We got 30 minutes, but let's talk about the last one here. Finally, today I listened to the representative from District Number 2, Grand Bassa County, Honorable Banks. He is the co-chair on the judiciary, and he gave reason why President Joseph Boakai dismissed Envoy Koyeta after no confidence vote. He said the era of Sheikh Mustafa Koyeta in the Joseph Yuma Boakai-led government has ended, as his dismissal was officially announced on the 8th by the executive mansion through its official page. Koyeta, who served as ambassador alive for special duties and special presidential envoy, ran into trouble with the House of Representatives of the National Legislature when he claimed that almost every concession deal in the country has benefited only foreigners, especially the concessionaire, leaving the general population of Liberia to suffer. The former presidential candidate in 2023 election accused the lawmaker of accepting bribe to pass the concession agreement against the interests of the folks. He said the reason why they voted to recommend his dismissal was not because he called them thieves or corrupt, but because he lacks character. This is a man who said something that he was never going to apologize, went into the chamber, apologized, then went back in public and said he never said it or he wouldn't apologize. Said that is the issue. If the man didn't want to apologize, why did he come into the chamber and apologize publicly and agree to go on the radio to apologize and retract? That was his crime. Mr. Seaton, even if I didn't like the House of Representatives, I think I agree with this particular reasoning that this man doesn't have a ball.
And I agree with you. He doesn't have a boss. How you would go? You say you first and foremost, before he made his appearance, he said he was not going to apologize to members of the House of Representatives. And then he went in closed door, he apologized, then he comes back outside, and then he says the opposite. So he was flip-flopping. It appears like he's not a man of principle. But because of not being a man of principle, is that a reason why the president is missing? Because he's not a man of principle, or because the members of the national legislature declared a vote of no confidence in him? That's why the president is missing.
Yes.
When does Joseph Boakai start listening to the national legislature?
Well, they threatened the president that they would not work with his office as long as this man worked in that office. So,
well, again,
the president had no choice because they had to approve his budget. They had to give him a little thing. They had to.
The $10 million project that is being built in 4 years, the legislature approve it.
Listen, but where did the money come from? It came
Yes,
from
where the money came from? The legislature have ever called. Look, my man, look, there shouldn't be food in the Liberian people, my brother. There shouldn't be food in the Liberian people. They have to be honest with the Liberian people. Koyeta was not dismissed because the national legislature declared vote of no confidence in him. Koyeta was dismissed because Joseph Boakai he felt that he was embarrassed and Joseph Boakai does not want to work with Koyeta again. There are so many officials of government in Liberia that the national legislators have problem with, and yet I said they are still in government.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Myean announced.
You should be on there not to put a call through.
Yeah, and Myean, come online and make the announcement, put a call through. Let's get to the calls.
Okay, thank you. Thank you all so much. So you can put in your call 077649986 +231 777649986. So for the diaspora line, we have +1 856 676 5136, or better still plus 1-772-940-2871. So, give me, are you there?
I'm here. What's going on?
Okay, no, we have some more, but the internet is kind of tripping. Plus 2-774-99.
That who in the back there?
I think it's from Mr. Cito N. So 077764996. For our WhatsApp line is plus 231-777-64996. I think you can go further until we adjust the line from our in here.
Okay.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Guys, our nurse practitioner in-house will tell you to walk around after every 2 hours. So that's why I had to do my little walk. But guys, yes, you can call in as usual. We talk about almost every topic in Liberia. You can choose to opine on any. The numbers are on the line. If you are in the U.S. and you want to call 856-676-5136, or you can call 772-940-2871 and opine. We got about 30 minutes here. If you are a New York fan, I know where you are. You are shaking in your boots. It's getting scary out here. We lost that game. I'm not a New York fan, but I'm in the East Coast. I'm a Miami Heat fan, but we have to go with the East Coast team. So I'm going with the East. If you are in the South, in the Houston area, if you are in Texas, and you are a San Antonio fan, you got to be scared because you are down 2-1, and the New York Knicks is playing. You won that game by 4 points. By the skin of your teeth. If I were from San Antonio, I wouldn't be happy. I think this is New York next year. The game starts.
New York won their second game by 1 point.
It's all right. It doesn't matter, but they won it on the road. So that's good. So I feel comfortable with the New York Knicks, so I know everybody's getting ready.
Yeah, but San Antonio also won their 1 game on the road.
Okay, that's good. Well, you guys are going down tonight, and that's why
San Antonio is coming back. San Antonio is
We'll
coming
see what
back.
happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
They're coming back. They're coming back home. That's where they're coming. They ain't going nowhere. We'll beat them tonight. How can you be on the East Coast and be rooting for somebody on the West Coast? What's wrong with these people?
It doesn't matter.
It does. So ladies and gentlemen, make a call. You got 30 minutes to whether people say speak or forever hold your peace until tomorrow. So here we are. The lines are open. You can opine on anything from Liberia, from the United States. We talk about immigration. We talk about Kuyate. We talk about corruption. We talk about the hospital. I mean, we couldn't even exhaust. If you are from Sando County, you don't want to call in. I don't want you to call in at all because this one, you are back on your plantation. You love it. But one of interest, and Johnny, if you're still here, this one we got to revisit. The Foya Polytechnic. How is this possible? How?
Yeah, go ahead.
Give me, we have some more. Yeah, make a point.
Go ahead.
Everyone Jones called from the New Georgia Bell.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Listening to the program. That's something really get to me. The hospital issue. This is something that I really planned for my mind from day one. That's something that really been going on wrong. Yes, because more people can.
I think we lost that person.
Okay, guys. If you are in the Monrovia area or Liberia, is 231-777-649-986. 777-649-986. That's the number you need to call if you are in the Liberia area. If you're in the diaspora or anywhere, 772, that's +1 940-2871. But yes, to many, the issue at the Redemption Hospital, there is no way that a woman in labor
So, Mr. Gayman, we have someone here.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Hello, Mr. Gayman.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Rico calling from Banasville.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. You see, I would like to speak first to the prophet issue. But let me first tell Mr. Gayman that you see, Dr. Peabody was talking something about the prophet. That man of God does not talk that way. He feel like the man is sick. And you see, something that is happening in our country, which we are experiencing, is almost in line with what the man of God said. And he's not the only one. There's another man of God from Cameroon who also talk about something different about our country, in line with similar things this guy said. Peabody, when President Weah was in power, Peabody condemned President Weah as if to say he's not the president of this country. But people never went after him or to see the president go after him to start talking. It was to happen. The same thing is happening to the prophet was going to happen to Dr. Peabody. But it didn't happen. This government does not want nobody to critique it. Anyone that tries to critique this government, they will go after you until you leave. It says the prophet was in Liberia, by this time he's in handcuffs.
So
that's what is happening in Liberia.
So what's your point?
Yeah. My point here is that the prophet said, God said something to him concerning Liberia. Our leader should turn his face to his closet and call for fast and prayer for us to pray. Another prophet talking about the mountain, the Mount area there. There will be a landslide that people will die few days from now. We should look out for that. We should be praying for our country. The man is accusing our president of being demonic. And the president don't want to come to God and pray. He said the president should repent, and that's true. Chancellor knelt down with all the evil he was doing here when Prophet Weah called king. He knelt down, he went where he rolled on the ground, asked for forgiveness. That's why he left this country today for us to be in peace. But because of the country and the people, Taylor left. And these are the same things our leader tried to do again. They want to be very stubborn, like the days of Pharaoh. That's what I see happening in Liberia. They don't want to take any criticism for anybody. That's why I see all the clergymen in this country, nobody talk about anything that is going on. They let it kill people here, nobody will talk. They beat people in the country here, nobody talking. None of our clergymen are talking like your president before. These are things that are happening right here.
Okay, but
they want to come out to
Bishop Brown.
Did you say what?
Did you hear from Bishop Brown today responding to the government that they were not to respond or send communication to the Nigerian government?
Bishop Brown is advising the government that they were not to send communication, but he did not advise the government officials that have been causing the bishop from Nigeria. The entire government, including the information ministry, they all causing the men of God from Liberia. That was the American ambassador was right here during Joy administration was condemning even the hospital in Babolu. He condemned the hospital. He referred to the hospital as horse. He never referred it as something good that we have did. So all these things are happening here. People can put their mouth in our politics who are not from Liberia. Our responsible government will not respond to those things in a negative form. Sometimes we feel like people trying to make them to do more. But here, this government, you try it, they will go after you. They will go after you. That's what is happening. You see, Yeke here today, but Yeke did the worst in this country during the administration. But they changed things out. And they don't want to encourage Yeke to do what he did. But you see what happening today. So I just tell you, thank you, and Dr. Peabody should know that the way he talk about President Weah on the Santo Wallace show, he cannot try that thing now here on the closing argument. He tried the government will go after him. But he will not try it because he didn't want the government.
No, why the prophet can go? Why the prophet can prophesy about Boko Haram in Nigeria? Why he can't prophesy about them?
They want to go up to him and when you will talk.
Oh God! Yeah. Interesting.
The 2023 election, there's an ordinary man who saw George Weah presenting the document to somebody in the dark, and we are in the light. And he went to church and he told him the meaning of that thing, but he didn't come to
do to did not come to the country to say, and I want to go through here, and I want the prophet and sing. They didn't have a lot. Liberia is in darkness.
Thank you.
But spiritually, you will not see it. The thing must happen in the spirit realm before it happens physical.
That's
You can
it.
pray for your people, then you want your people to be so.
Let him see Boko Haram first. Tell him to prophesy about Boko. Let him
we are talking about what is happening to
man, y'all stop listening to these fake preacher, man.
I'm telling you, man. I'm
Y'all
telling
stop
you.
believing these fake people that's from Nigeria. Why you can't prophesy all the girls that got missing? You can't prophesy where to find the girls. The Liberia, he prophesy only. Nah, please, man. Let you prophesy your own country. That man a flop. The man a flop prophet. He a flop. The man a flop, man, please.
You know, when people continue to live in hardship, when people continue to live in hardship, any kind of a prophetic word that comes to them, they will take it to be as a gospel.
But if that is
the problem with Liberia.
Yeah, but Satan, if that is the case and you know it, why you respond to it?
No, but he's right, though. He's right. The government. Hold on, people. And I think why he's saying he's right in a sense that the government is not tolerant.
I agree with that.
The government is not tolerant because Front Page Africa publisher Rodney here told me this, that the government is not tolerant. They don't let people to critique them. They will come after you, and that is wrong.
You got to do that. I agree with that. That part.
People critique you so that you can check yourself and recalibrate and becomes to do the right thing. But when people criticize the government, then you got all the barrages of negativity, insult, and what have you against you. That's wrong.
Yeah, you know.
The government needs to be tolerant. The country has press freedom. People have the right to express their opinion. That is their opinion on the issues.
I agree with him that the government need to be tolerant. People, I mean, for example,
you got another call?
You got somebody?
Yeah, I just want to read it out a little bit before you go further.
Go ahead.
Can I? Okay, 077764986 plus 231-777649986 for the diaspora line. Mr. Gayman, you can go ahead and read the diaspora line.
Okay, but let me say something here, Mr. Gayman.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's something that the caller said was right. That Yeke criticized President We are all kind of way and nothing happened to Yeke. Yeke criticized this government, now they're kicking out. Prophet Key cost a lot. We didn't do anything to him. They're kicking out of the government and other people that were there. Honestly, we know that this government is not tolerant when it comes to people criticizing them. They always want to prove that they are the best. They always want to prove that they control, they got everything going and stuff like that, you know. And that's one of the reasons they have elevated this fake prophet who can prophesy on where the girls that got missing in Nigeria or where Boko Haram is hiding all the time and adopting Christians and other things. He can't prophesy on that, because if you can really prophesy and you can pray and you say God can hear you like that, why God can reveal to you where the children are? Why you can't see that? You always see what's happening in other countries and stuff like that. I think this guy is so fake. Unfortunately, our people have fell for him in Liberia. Most of our churches have fell for this kind of fake prophet, and they carry all the money. Go to Liberia, go on Congo Road, Winner Chapel.
Yeah.
Called Winner Chapel. See Liberians going to church in the hundreds.
So in the morning.
Early in the morning, they
don't go to a job. They are not working to go to church.
Yeah, in the morning.
I got a call. Yanime, where you calling from?
This is Joseph calling from New York.
Go ahead.
This is some Peabody and even the rest of the crew. Wow, the man made a prophecy. And this was not the prophecy did not happen before things start falling, or you did not see it when things started happening. The man made a prophecy 2 years ago or 3 years ago with the condition of Liberia. And Dr. Peabody, you're a church member, or you go to church, or you might be a pastor. say, well, prophecy doesn't work because your own children you did not prophesy, but then you can prophesy about people, or you can prophesy about the nation. Whatever God lay on your heart, the inspiration of what God tell you, for you to tell that person, you don't have to say, oh God, you didn't prophesy about my mother, so you can prophesy about somebody else. Then the prophets 2 years ago, and we see the things that he said are unfolding. Now the government will be confused, they don't know what they are doing. Doctor Ghana appointed 2 persons, they are not being confused. Doctor Ghana reading a statement when they he got to go the other way, they tell him, you got to.
And I missed the whole thing with partisan sentiment.
Yeah, partisan sentiment.
A partisan sentiment.
Partisan sentiment. Garguah is almost 80 years old. You expect him to be energetic?
Listen, Mr. Seaton, let him in.
That partisan sentiment, man, ain't no prophecy.
You ain't no your God-fearing person. Is that how prophecy works? You need to tell me, show me in the Bible where prophecy only work on your family member. You got to tell them your brother and sister, and you can go out there to sound and then you make a prophecy.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you
The
very
whole
much.
thing is about party sentiment. These guys don't know. These guys don't know what prophecy is about. How does God speak to one? How does God reveal his message through people? Those things still exist. But these fake charismatic preacher have misinterpreted in a lot of ways that prophecy don't mean nothing again when God brings it to people, because you got this fake guy, like the guy from Nigeria, who will just get up and say all kind of things. God tell him to say this. God tell him to do this. Anybody can get up and say, oh, the country in darkness. That their own prophecy. That's not something coming from God. Or anybody can get up and say, oh, the president's confused. Who knows that President Baga is not confused? Because President Baga 80-year-old President Baga by problem. Did the same man that lied last year? He said, a few years ago that we are going to win the election. The same prophet that lied. And then our people are gravitating towards them. They are putting the party sentiment into it, making them, and stuff like that. Okay, we're not saying the government has some things that they've done. They don't like people criticizing them. They go after them, try to remove them. We see what happened to Speaker Kofa. We see what happened to Yeke. We saw what happened to Prophet Key and others. But I tell you what, that prophet that all the Liberians were pouring onto his website now and stuff like that, he is overly fake. He's fake.
Dr. Peabody don't tell his own, tell your own.
I couldn't agree with you, Doc. You said it succinctly. I couldn't agree with you more.
There you go. You see, the man for the DMV, the Delaware, Maryland, Virginia area.
Yeah.
That's a man from the Sino County. They have gone from Johnsonville to
I speak, I decree so that I declare and decree.
that money gonna fall down everywhere.
I declare. They like corn.
They put a hand on your head.
Yeah. I declare.
Yeah. And I came in with $5 in my pocket. I'm leaving $5 short because I put my $5 in there.
The Lord said, "Must sow a seed right now with $500. Somebody come with $500. There's a blessing waiting for you when you get when they see all the women that jumping with a lot.
We are.
Is it this basket on the left that for women looking for husband? The basket on the right that for men looking for good wife.
They're speaking in effect.
If you need good luck, right here is a day.
They're speaking in effect. They're speaking in effect tongue.
Yeah.
People
the former Ghanaian president, he said, any pastor who does not have a daytime job is a thief.
But let me say something, right? That's why I think that there's a regulation on the practice of religion in East Africa, in Rwanda specifically. If you can recall, a few years back, the Rwandan government closed almost 600 plus churches down in our country because they noticed that the churches were playing role in the people's mindset, and they were causing mental problem in the community in terms of people's way of thinking and doing things. So they insisted that before you even start a church, you must come with a requisite
He
knowledge
said,
and a requisite background.
he said all religion, you got to be certified. You got to be a ordained preacher.
Yes, you gotta be a lesson pastor with
you
a very good background, and you got a means to build a church. You gotta go post things around, put tags around it, so you got church. No, you gotta build what is, and then your church should not be.
You have someone on the line.
You know, the church should not.
They will get lie, I'm telling you.
Mr. Peabody, can you please hold on? We have someone on the line. Hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah, make your point.
Yeah, concerning just try to make it ugly in the face of elaborate. The Bible said that we should test the spirit. Yeah, and as a man of God, you deserve respect. As a man who sits on the pulpit to preach God's word, you deserve respect. But when we know when you are a false prophet, we will show you a lot of disrespect. And it's not supposed to be this way. We won't get foreigner, we just jump in our politics and just say all our things. The Liberia don't do these things in Nigeria. It don't work. So really, I'm really trying to look at this prophet to be like man who not really inclined or man who not really know himself. So I got a serious problem with him. That's my point.
Shut. You declare and decree.
Listen, how about there was a guy on TV. What was it? I think one video someone.
No, but Mr. Gayman, please let me not tell you about.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's be mindful about how we talk about religiosity on this show, because freedom of religion does not require us making it look like we're making mockery of certain religion. I mean, Christianity has different. Yeah, well, let me make a point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have fundamental churches. We have the Baptist, Catholic, Lutheran, Methodist, Episcopalian, and the rest of it, right? And the rest of it. They will also have the Pentecostal churches now that have come about, the charismatic churches. What I want us to do on this platform is let's give everybody the due respect. Everybody got their own way of worship. You understand? People pray in tongue and what. For me, I don't go for it. No, personally, don't know me. I'm not. No. For me, no. For me, nobody.
The teacher how to pray in tongues.
No. Listen, I'm trying to be objective, because for me, to be very frank, I'm not that person that goes to church or whatever, because I have a different mindset about religion. That's why in my family, I don't compare my children and go to any particular church. All I know, go to school, I discipline you, you go to school, you learn, you have an open mind, you know which religion to go to and join. I don't force anybody to religion, but I respect all the religion, right? I respect all the religion. When I go to the mosque environment, I respect their system there. I go to any Christian from community, I respect their system there. I respect all the religion. So I'm just asking that on this platform, we should not mix it up, say, and because the man is from this background of religion, and people praying in tongues, and things. Yeah, that is the way of worship, to pray in tongues. I mean, if I go to Lofa, that's for me, right? Listen, you can say so. I'm saying this. Listen, people. I'm saying this in the interest of this platform. We should not have the platform to be a platform that will be against or trying to denigrate another religious practice
Nobody denigrating it.
No, but the way you carry on, blah blah blah. No, and to be frank, we get focused on that one. Like for me here, right? For me here, when people are going to New Year watch night, I don't go to watch night in Morovia. Watch night, I'm traveling to Lofa. I go for my New Year celebration in Lofa, in my traditional environment where I go myself and we do our traditional practices and things and say, okay, we tell God that God has blessed us, the whole year has gone, and we are having blessings, that the land will be blessed, the children will be blessed, the children will do all that, and I come out of Morovia. That's my only way of doing my New Year celebration, right? And I cannot go against those who go to church on white night. That's their faith, that's what they believe in. So we cannot be on this show trying to make other religious group to be like something. That's what I'm
Nobody condemning religion here.
Johnny, let me read this to you. What we are referencing, right? They said the Rwandan government, in partnership with the Rwanda Governance Board, has enforced sweeping nationwide crackdown, shutdown on thousands of unregistered and non-compliant churches and mosques. Okay,
exactly.
Over 4,000. This is all religion. The one that they are fake. They are not registered. They're not ordained. They are not licensed. These people should not be on the sidewalk trying to
You're right.
people, try to do this. This is what we are talking about.
No, I know, but no. My only problem here is the way my brother Peabody is trying to
you are entitled to your
footprint.
speech. You are entitled to your comment. I'm entitled to mine. So
no. Listen, what happened in Rwanda? I'm aware of what happened in Rwanda. The state is acting in Rwanda to control religious practice so that I don't create confusion. Right? So and they do that in many ways. Even they do that against noise pollution. Nobody go do crusade in Rwanda and got hold a lot of noise around. No, you can. When you build a church, the church will be contained. Your activities, your noise, your sound will be contained in your church. That's excellent. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying we should not be too like trying to make it like we're making mockery of this.
And I think the running government, they got it right.
My man, my people, you are an RA, right?
Here's the thing.
People, you are an RA. You are an RA. The
vast majority of Africans are poor. They are not well educated, and they are vulnerable. And because of their vulnerability, these quote unquote religious pastors, they use the vulnerability of our people to exploit them. And that's what the Rwandan government saw. That's why the Rwandan government decided to regulate.
Exactly.
You understand? It is not that the Rwandan government is not against anybody being a Christian or being a Muslim. But what the Rwandan government is saying, do not use your religion to exploit other people. Do not use your religion to bring division in our country.
Man, absolutely.
And if you look at what is obtaining in Liberia, and it is coming from Nigeria and it's coming from Ghana.
Yep.
And they are coming to Liberia, they're born again churches. They are breaking down homes, they are breaking down marriages, they are doing all kinds of things. Dismantling our way of life in Liberia there, and then you have a Nigerian planet. He's saving Nigeria. There are multiplicity of problems in Nigeria. He is not addressing that. He's not holding his government into account. Then he's coming to have a feud with our government. Then our government, on the other hand, instead of them being more mature, they are having the back and forth with the primate. It makes no sense.
They should have treated that situation as
nothing.
As I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, guys, the game is about to start. We see.
I think we gotta go.
So, Johnny, you in Liberia? Do your closing?
Yeah, let me say thank you again. Thank you to our audience and our followers. I mean, I can't say much, but to congratulate them and appreciate them because they take their time and find their data and take their time listen to radio across, like the guys who call from Bannersville and everywhere else. We appreciate all of you. This platform is for us to discuss the issues that affect our country and see how we can work with our government to improve this country and make it better for us. So God bless everybody. Good night and hope to see you tomorrow again.
Thank you. First in, first out. Let's go to the chief seater himself from Sino, the man from the plantation.
Well, thank you very much. I think we had a great show. And, every one of us that come on this show to speak on issues, trending issues that is affecting our country, we want Liberia to be better. We may have different political views. We are not enemies. We just want Liberia to be better. We want our leaders to do the right thing, to uplift our people out of abject poverty. The vast majority of our people are struggling. They are living on less than $1 per day in this modern time. So we come here to proffer our own critique and to proffer some suggestions on how Liberia can move forward. That does not necessarily mean that we are against one another, because no Liberian is more Liberian than another Liberian. We are all the same. It's just the fact that we have different way of looking at how Liberia can be better. But we'll have a good show, and let us continue to come and talk about those things that affect our people, and let us continue to be seated in our discourse. And we had a great show, and I just want to say thank you to the platform for giving me this opportunity to always be part of this. And we had a great show tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, all these folks that are commenting, I mean, from Synode, we joined the guy that will relay G3 TV in Synode today, Greenville. That was great. The folks in Bunk, I forgot the name of the radio station that was relaying for us. So all you guys across the country that are calling in, somebody from South Africa, South Korea, I mean, all over the place. We appreciate you guys tuning in. That's what this is all about. Dr. Peabody talk his own, you talk your own. That's how it is. That took us home.
Black Chamtala to the host. I decree so that you can. Did I use the word? I decree.
My man, I decree that people will send me 100 in my phone right now.
That's right. So you gotta declare. You gotta.
My man, listen, I declare and decree that people will send me 100 in my phone right now. And I will receive it before I go to bed. I will receive it, and I claim it.
You start making fucking other people. You do know?
No, that you not. No, that you are. Are you now? You make me in the sea church now. You do already. You make me already ambassador.
Somebody got a blessing. The Lord said you to sow a seed of $500. Do it right now. Then anyway, give it. That close to you. I forgot get in trouble. You gotta remember blasting now. I gotta remind you of tomorrow. I think we should have His Eminent Wetty and the Assistant Minister for Culture of the Diaspora. Something with Jackie McKay. They should be coming on tomorrow. I'll keep you on update. I'm definitely waiting for them to confirm, but they should be coming on tomorrow. So I'll let you know. Yeah.
Whenever they come, we will pray them, no problem.
We'll declare and decree.
And decree, that's correct. Okay, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Bye-bye, gentlemen. You take good care now.
All right, gentlemen. Have a good one. See you. All right. And